Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello and Happy New Year.
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 Welcome everybody to episode 4 of Aroria Origins. My name is Daniel. I'll be your game master for the evening. I'm here with Brandon, and CJ, and James, and Max, and Brandon, and all these wonderful people. A couple quick, before we get into this episode, I have a couple quick announcements. If someone will put the commands in the chat for me. We want to shout out our partners over at Nine Realms Gaming. Nine Realms Gaming makes... I'm going to turn down this music real quick. Sorry. They make dice trays, dice towers, all that kind of great stuff. They're wonderful. You can go to their website and use our promo code LIAR10 to get 10% off of your purchase. They're wonderful. They're good friends. They did a bunch of stuff for Stargazers, got to Aroria. Fantastic group of dudes over there. I want to shout out Mithril Armory. They make dice. So, obviously, you can go get stuff from them. They do lots of Kickstarters. You can go check them out, but you can also go to their website. They make these 1020s. They make these... I got these Dragonheart dice from them. They're wonderful. These are the ones that I kill players with. It's like, wait, what?
Those on the table right now.
It's like, what do you got there, dude? But yeah, they make these wonderful, like, 3D printed metal dice. They're super chunky and wonderful, and we love them very much. So go to with Command Myth, you can go to mythralarmor.com and get some of their cool stuff. I want to shout out Sirenscape for the music you're hearing now and all the sound sets that you're hearing in this game. You can go follow us on socials at InkandLar everywhere, and of course, I think you can follow the cast too with Command Socials. I don't know if it's up there or not. It's this short one. But anyway, this is Iron Valor. So before we get into this, I want to remind you all of the LURK and Bless system. You can do Command Redeem LURK and give your players luck points as the Blood Gods would. Or you can also bless the party and curse the DM. All of those things. It's wonderful. It makes you a part of the game, and it brings... pain to me and joy to the players.
It ensures that all of your favorite characters live.
Exactly. And these are great points, Ernest. The favorite character of everyone. Anyway.
Is he?
I don't know.
Even other characters. Like, my favorite character is not Pendley. It's Ernest.
It's always Ernest. But yeah, I think that's all that I have got for us. We're going to jump into the intro and then get you into this super fun session. We might have... There's a chance this could be our last episode. No way to know for sure, but it could be. Everyone could die. We'll find out. But if not else, it will be the next episode or maybe a 6. We'll figure it out. Somewhere between there. So
it's like the 4th time in 20 minutes you've mentioned killing us.
I'm just prepared. So
Redeem luck in the chat, you guys.
Redeem lucks in the chat. All right. Well, we're gonna go to our intro and we'll be right back. All right. So, last we left on Aroria Origins, our party traveled deep into the Shepherd's Pass to meet Randavi, a magician blacksmith who is currently conducting research on these magnetic stones and an anvil over there in the Shepherd's Pass in that area. We spoke with Randavi about a battery that Trompery thought he may or may not have. Fortunately for all of us, Randavi did have the battery. It was a five braceleted kind of gauntlet thing that goes on your forearm, inlaid with these little magnetic stones made out of copper. And he had it, and it works, and it's functional. But unfortunately, Randavi didn't have a way to charge said battery. No idea. Couldn't do anything with it. Thought that the concept was good, but the application was useless. Randavi explained that there are different kinds of magic. The way magic interacts with us and the people in the weave. There are certain magics that destroy. There are magics that teleport. There are magics that protect. But the only magic that can successfully sustain what we discovered, the only magic that can successfully sustain the battery is that of regenerative or creating magic. Those things that bring new things into the world, right? And we discovered that by cutting off Penley's thumb, because that's how things work. We cut off Pen's thumb. Trompery helped grow it back with some druidic magic, and with that small piece of proof of concept, we know now that the battery can actually be functional for us, and we can use it for our purposes, which is to be able to make some sort of weapon to protect people in all of Aroria. Well, he started thinking about what's the best way to make this kind of magic. Where can we get the most energy all at once? And that's when Eli told us about his ex-boyfriend, Jiro. Jiro is a Hydra, which for all of us, for all of you who don't know, Hydras can regrow their heads. So that regenerative magic is something that the party concocted a plan to possibly use the battery and that magic after a conversation. They went to go visit Jiro to potentially see if he would help us with this task of charging the battery. There are not many people, creatures, or anything that's ever lived that will allow you to willingly chop its head off. But we will see what's going on. After weeks and weeks of travel, leaving the Shepherd's Pass, almost dead center of the mainland of Aroria, we've gone all the way to the western watershed, up north, past where future Cambria will be, past Thrice, past all of that, into the western watershed, and we dropped into a hole in the middle of the map. There are uncharted places that say this is just the forest, but no one knows what's actually inside of it. On a map does anyway. There, Ernest took to the skies, searching for any signs of this Jiro or the Hydra or any kind of large creature. As a bird, Ernest saw a reptilian figure in the water heading upstream towards an offshoot that goes into a marsh on the far side of the river. Armed with that information, he came back to camp, and we prepared for... Did we take a long rest? Were we thinking about taking a long rest? Were we taking a watch? Did we finish watches? Where were we as we looked on the eastern side of this river? We know to the west is where Jiro and everything is, and we were taking a rest before we were to embark on this dungeon. Did we already take that, or we're about to take that? I can't remember.
I think we just went fishing and then we were about to lay down for the night.
About to lay down for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
And so that
have a watch.
And so that is where I will turn it over to all of you. So, do we start with watches?
Probably. I'm gonna take first watch tonight because I don't want to get waken up. in the middle of my sleep.
That's fair.
I'll take the middle watch. I mean, like I said, you get to sleep twice that way.
I'll take the last watch.
I will also take last watch. I like to be up early.
I'll watch with Pin.
We'll have a good time. And
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, Eli, you and Trompery get first watch. So, Trompery, not to be left alone with, and not to carry her, not to shirk her share of the weight, will join you on your watch. This area of Aroria is kind of not tropical, but it isn't. It's definitely not cold. There's lots of oak trees, thick foliage underneath. It is springtime, of course, and it's dark. It's quiet, and the two of you there. Give me a perception check as you take your watch.
Perception. Ooh. Okay, that'll be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Trompery seems distracted,
Okay.
but in quiet, I would say, pensive with the upcoming search and exploration on the horizon. So she's not really watching very much, but for you, passive without issue. Unless you have anything for me.
Might give Trompery an odd look or two at times, but decide not to bug her because she looks like she's thinking about something. She didn't really expect to watch with anybody anyways.
Time passes and you get to go wake up whomever, right?
Yeah, I think it was Penn and Ernest. They said they wanted to go second. Wake up!
Pen's usually pretty easy to wake up. Just kind of. Is it my turn already? Wow. I'm sure glad you're napping. You awake, bud?
Yep.
Time for watch.
Okie
Have
dokie.
fun. Didn't see
Sleep
anything
well.
on mine.
Guys, enjoy your rest.
I will. She'll go find a tree.
So, I hope we find this guy. Jiro, he seemed pretty nice when I knew him. Not that I knew him for that long, but, you know, not a lot of people would probably agree to just chop your head off, but I agreed to have my thumb chopped off and it did come back. So that is proof that, you know, it would just be a nice thing to do for people, right?
Did it hurt?
Well, yeah, but it came back.
What kind of crab his neck? I'd imagine getting your head cut off would probably hurt a little more.
Yeah.
Then again, Hydras
big
probably
thumb?
Hydras are probably used to that.
True. Oh, yeah, he's had it happen a few times now. Hopefully that's not a problem. Maybe he's used to it. I did say it was kind of like a big thumb, but it's like a big thumb with a brain. So there's a lot of things going on there.
Mm-hmm.
But there's 5, 6. There's a few heads. I don't know how many he has left. Do you think he has enough left for us to cut them? Wait, they regenerate. Yeah, we should be fine. As long as we can get him to say yes.
What if he says no?
Well, if he's nice about it, I'm gonna have some moral dilemmas. But if he's mean about it, then we can say we tried.
Yeah, we'll have to find another Hydra that's nicer.
Or meaner. Well, we'll just have to cross that bridge when we come to it, bud. We'll figure it out.
You almost died the last time we crossed the bridge, Pin.
Yeah. Yeah, fighting the big monsters has so far been easier than crossing bridges. So
Next time I'll just carry you across.
I think that's probably a good idea. Thanks. You always have my back.
I can turn into a pretty big bird.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. I think I'd fit on your wingspan, not on the actual wings you'd have to flap. You get me. We could go across the bridge together without ever touching a bridge.
Yeah.
But then are we really crossing the bridge? Anyway, we should look and see if we see anything. What's the verdict on the bridge?
I think we'd be crossing the gap,
But not the bridge.
but not the bridge.
You're so smart.
Cool.
And I guess if it's all right, do you need us to make rolls?
Yeah, we always make rolls. We
Sweet.
always make perception checks.
We will do
Let's
that.
see. What's Ernest's perception? Is he perceptive? Ooh, +7. I love it.
Even if I have a good modifier, that's
Shit. Oh no, that's not bad. 16.
16.
7.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really perplexed by bridges right now.
Yeah, we were having deep conversations, dude.
It sounds like it. Like,
Yeah.
are you crossing the bridge or are you crossing the gap?
Yeah.
And
And
then,
it was the gap, I think.
then
I think it was. But then it's like, well, if you're flying, then you don't really cross anything.
So you avoid having to cross it by flying.
These are the real questions that philosophers in Aroria will ponder for years and years, potentially solving in a nouveau maximum one day, but today is not that day. Not
Big
for us.
questions. Like
The great philosophers, Pinley and Ernest.
Are you crossing the gap, and why are ants?
Why are ants?
That's a good question.
We just don't know.
There's no way to know. There's a moment for you, Ernest, with your 16,
Mm-hmm.
where, because when you're taking watch, you don't just sit there, right? Occasionally you'll take a quick lap around the camp and things like that. At some point, when you're walking around the camp, there is you look over to where where Jiro is and the marsh and all that, and you can see there's a small flash of light. And it's gold, kind of like a goldish sort of yellow. It flashes for like a quarter of a second, then fades, and then it's gone. It looks like someone had a spotlight, that kind of aura that vibes up, goes up, comes down, nothing else happens.
Ernest will he'll rub his eyes a little bit.
You good over there?
Did you see that?
What that?
There was a light.
Oh, like a star?
Could have been. But it was
it up or?
Nah, it was on the ground. Or in the trees.
I've never seen a star down here. But it's possible. And if it's not that, maybe it's magic.
Should we... How far away is it, Daniel? How far away did I see?
Across the river and on the other side, so it is a solid half-mile from you.
Oh.
Maybe further.
Maybe somebody's camping out.
True. Maybe they have better campfire technology than we do. Like magic campfires. Can you imagine how convenient a magic campfire would be? We wouldn't have to rub sticks together.
Will we be able to put it out?
Maybe with magic. So you'd need magic water also.
Magic water puts out magic fire.
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure how that works.
That makes a lot of sense. You know.
We come up with some really smart stuff when it's just the two of us just bouncing ideas off of each other.
Right. Only magic water can stop forest fires.
Magic forest fires.
Magical forest fires.
Magic.
Well, I guess we don't want to disturb the people over there camping, so,
Nope.
do you think it's about time to wake up the last watch?
I am getting a little sleepy.
Time for second nap.
Second nap sounded nice.
Sounds great. All right. Hey guys. Dorian,
Yeah.
it's watch time.
Is morning already?
Good morning.
Oh,
That's
good morning.
quite.
It's morning for you two because you don't get to go back to sleep.
Oh.
This time.
Yeah.
But don't worry. I'll take last watch next time so you guys can have the best.
Second nap.
Yeah. The
Oh,
best
it is
watch.
fine.
Yeah.
Want to
Okay.
sleep?
Yep. Enjoy
Okay.
the rest.
There's somebody across the river.
Did
Ernest saw a light.
see
Did,
them?
did you meet them?
No. It's too late. They were probably
wanna-
sleeping.
Bother them.
Mm.
But there was a light.
Mhm.
And did you light a fire? Do you think they could see us over here?
Nah, we didn't light anything.
Good, good.
It's very
It
cold.
was pretty late to
It's
have
very cold.
maybe we have like embers burning. If it, everyone's just kind of sleeping around
Snow
the
is
campfire.
falling.
and
Nah,
it's-
Ernest
The
got a lot
fire-
of bulk on him. He's fine.
The fire that was lit is out. Just from not being attended.
Yeah.
We're like,
We were too busy philosophizing over
I
there.
don't get cold, okay? So I forget about these things. I didn't need to make fish. The fire is gone.
Yeah, the fire's out.
Elias just shivers.
Hello,
Also
it is
cold.
fine.
Good night. Oh,
Good night.
So somewhere Alesta and Trompery are all like cuddled together now because it's so cold out there. They're cuddling fire.
you're welcome.
It was part of the plan.
I'm a great wingman.
Yeah.
It's like
So-
negligence. Let's do this. Right. We'll get you two
I'm
together.
meant to do that.
I mean, maybe you just need
A little
better
frost.
clothes or a different blanket because my blanket seems to work fine and it has nothing to do with my powers.
I'm unconscious and can't respond.
I know, I am speaking to the air. Also, you're welcome. Penley goes to sleep. After saying you're welcome to nothing.
Dorian.
They seem like they had way too much fun over the night.
Ah, yes, you do not have fun staying up all night.
I don't usually talk to
In the
the
cold.
air.
No, he wasn't talking about you.
Immediately talks to the air.
Oh,
He wasn't calling him air. I am trying to tell him he was not talking about you. He's a little conceited.
when did you? Is this one that's followed you for some time?
Oh, yes.
Where did you meet them?
Well, I think he started following me around a little after I left home. I can't remember where I was. I don't really remember much about it, but
You didn't
I
kill
wandered
them,
for a
did you?
time. Oh, no!
They don't follow you because you killed them?
No, Eliasham is just very, very old. Are you what kind of elf? He's some kind of elf. He doesn't like to talk about his past much, but he tells me things if I ask him questions.
Oh, well, that's kind of nice.
Yes, to tell you the truth, he doesn't really trust Trompery.
See, does he know much about trompery, or?
No, I mean, he's never met her or anything, but he says he doesn't like the way she says things. I tried to tell him I don't think she lies to us, but she definitely keeps things from us, but that's none of our business.
Ah, his words of wisdom.
Don't tell him that. I told you he's conceited. He's already letting it go to his head. You are not wise. You are not. You know things. It is different.
Are we followed by anybody else?
Like,
Aside from Ernest's bird friend?
oh, I don't think we're followed.
I also look around as if I can see the dead.
Make a perception check, both of you, if you watch.
Make a perception check for the dead.
You don't see the dead, but you do see a hydra.
Slumbering to you at 100 miles an hour. You were distracted.
Not again. It's the treant all over again.
Oh my god, they're everywhere. 18.
18.
28.
28. Both of those were really good rolls.
I rolled an 18.
Dorian, you do not see the spirits that Dean is talking about. And neither of you see anything of note other than everything in and not out of your head. I'm not really sure how it works. But you do successfully get through that without issue. Now, the great thing about Last Watch, you can decide what's for breakfast. Because you could do all those morning chores that everyone else is waiting for. So, while they finish up. So, what's the crew having for breakfast, you two?
What's around?
What kind of trees we got here? We're having trees for dinner? Or for breakfast?
You could go foraging. You might find something. You might not. You could grab some fish. You can just you could get some rations and bring those out. Microwave it, nuke it real quick. Whatever.
We're right by the waterside, right?
Yeah, there's water right there.
Yeah. Could I go down and grab some fish?
Maybe.
Could I go down and attempt to grab some fish?
Sure. Let's go ahead and you can do either survival or investigation, your choice. Ardeen, what are you doing? Are you contributing to this?
She'll let you handle the fish. She's gonna go foraging, maybe find some berries.
I'm gonna head
Still
down to the water
because he's
see if
trying
I
to
can
tell
get
her
us
what
some
berries he can eat.
fish.
Yeah,
There's some kind of wild water animal.
Yeah, there's a lot of citrus. You're not entirely far from where Trompery's Grove is. So there's lemons and oranges and all kinds of other stuff in the forest as well. So you can also do survival or investigation. Your choice.
Survivor. So that's an 11.
It's really good.
16.
16. Ardeen, you find some berries. Give me a nature check.
Okay. We might not want to eat the berries, guys.
Too late.
I don't know. What'd you roll?
Roll a 5.
5. There's these little small red ones, itty bitty. That you taste one for just a second. It's very tart. You think it could be good with fish. You don't know, or whatever water animal it could be. It is a little bit bitter, but if you want them, they could be good. Seems decent enough to Ardeen.
Maybe if we boil them or something, maybe make a sauce.
Straight up poison sauce.
What do you think? And she'll give one to Dorian.
You gather some up, Dorian. Are you diving into this river? All right, it's dope. All right, cool. So, owl life, straight into the river with a 16. Takes you a couple tries. Not gonna lie, this is not something that Dorian normally does. Actually, not technically a bird, bipedal creature with arms, got wings, all kinds of stuff. So, not an ideal situation for Dorian, but he's like 8 inches tall. So, as you
Shrinking by the moment.
just ever so much smaller. Takes you a couple tries, but eventually you get the hang of it. And it's pretty sparse anyway. But we will say that at some point you're able to get like I would call it a medium sized like little silver trout of some kind. Looks like it's probably enough for 3 people to eat, but split it where 3 people could eat, 5 people could eat, right? Or 6. So especially with the berries that Ardeen brings to you.
Yeah.
And then we don't fight the Hydra because we die of poisoning.
we have food poisoning.
We take a day
Sleep
to sleep in.
Take a
Can the
personal
Hydra
day.
wait while we just like poop for 24 hours over here?
You're in mid-fight. You're like, oh, wait.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
So let's see. So Dorian, you have this this trout, salmon, fish,
Trout.
silverfish, right? And then Ardeen, you have these berries that are questionable. But they're only questionable because you roll poorly. So you got them in there. And so what are you two doing with them before as everyone else gets up?
What are you wanting to do with the berries? I know we could cook the fish very
And-
easily.
I'm thinking I could also maybe cook them, make a sauce, and there's not really enough for juice or anything. Suppose we'll have to.
How do
have
they
plain
taste?
water. A little sour. What do you think?
No, I will try one.
Jawon, you get so
Dies immediately.
let's go. As you're trying this one, Dorian, you put it in your mouth and you
It's
taste
about
it
the
a
size of
little
my
bit.
head.
It's roughly it's like biting a jawbreaker for you. Everyone, let's say that everyone else wakes up around this time and you're all witnessing this thing. So while everyone sees the berries, this Dorian is eating them. If anyone is interested, you may make a nature check.
Absolutely.
As breakfast is being prepared, we're cooking some fish. We got these berries; those are about to go into. Dorian's just taste testing them just to see.
Look, I
what's
got a
up.
+1 to nature, so like,
Right.
there's no reason that I would even. I'd be like, oh, berries, let's go.
I trust you guys.
Wait a second. Wait.
I'm
I
also
trust
immune to
berries.
disease.
Yeah, everything's good for you.
Ben's just like, what do you mean the food's poison? What's poison?
What's poison? All right.
Man, I
You
haven't had food
said
poisoning in years.
So long.
nature check. That is a 21.
What'd you get, Dorian?
Oh, let me see. What did I get? Natural 20 for a 21.
Fire.
So Dorian, you the second you bite into it and taste it, you bite into it, it just tastes bitter and bad. Ernest, as you're standing up and moving around, you can just tell us what you're doing in camp. You see Dorian eating these berries. You see all the berries that Ardeen has got. You know that they're not poison. They just taste really bad, and they don't have nutritional value. So they just make your food taste awful.
I say nothing. I'm going to let him enjoy his little shit berries, and I am going to Ernest is gonna go like find some like nuts or something, I guess, because you don't want to.
Trumper's gonna follow you.
Oh, okay, cool.
She's gonna
Yeah.
go with you, and we'll jump into that in just a second.
All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't go too far,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, he just goes out, finds some nuts and stuff, and he makes sure to give his little spirit bird some. So he puts some in the nest on his shoulder as he continues. He sees Chomper. Yeah, he sees Chomper. Kind of following behind him. Hey.
So you're walking off and you're doing that. You go find these things. Very cute.
Mm-hmm.
Let's jump back to Dorian. You're eating this awful, terrible tasting berry that Ardeen has brought to you because Ardeen thought it would be a good idea to have.
Did you try these?
Yes, they are not the best, but I think we could maybe dress them up. You don't think so?
I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
You think others should?
Maybe it'd be better for them. It's a little too bitter for me. A little kind of funky, actually. Leaves a weird film.
Oh, you didn't tell me because I said you were. I didn't say you were stupid. This is incredibly petty of you. Sorry. I have been informed these are, in fact, terrible. But,
I mean, we could probably make some dye out of them, but
I don't need that now.
You've already picked them all. You want them to go to waste? You could like put them in your pocket or something. We could use them later.
Probably are good fiber. Nothing else.
You could throw them at something.
I'll just
feed them to the Hydra.
I'll just keep them here. She'll like tie them up in one of her many draping fabrics. Just like this, just makes a little bag out of. Just puts the berries in there.
Checks out. We'll come back to breakfast in just a second. Or Elista, you haven't said a whole lot this breakfast. What happens for Elista as she wakes up next to Trompery, and then Trompery goes off her own way and all these things? What's Elista doing this breakfast morning?
Well, after apparently cuddling her in the middle of the night, she would have woken up, seen what was happening, and gotten bright red in the face. And then kind of, I guess, roll away. She's still kind of rosy-cheeked, and she's just kind of staring at space for a minute. A little bit lost in thought. She'll come over and see what there is to eat. After being quiet for so long.
It's great food, and when you get there, it looks like it's gonna be yummy.
Okay.
It looks just okay. It's just okay.
We're camping.
So I would like for whoever's cooking can give me either a cooking check or a survival check, and we'll come back to that in just a second. Just remember what you got.
What's a cooking check?
I don't know. What's a cooking check?
What would that be?
Probably nature or survival.
Okay.
I would say survival.
Or survival. You
can be proficient in cooking, like cooking tools.
Oh right. I'm
and
not.
If you're not, you can just roll survival.
I'm proficient in survival, and the lowest I can roll is a 10.
Can't be that bad.
Yeah.
Ernest.
Good. I can survive.
Yep.
Ernest, you're walking. You make your way up. After having second nap, you get up. You're like
very refreshed.
You feeling? I need to go get me something to supplement this food. What exactly are you looking for?
Like better berries, probably. Some nuts. Really anything that's edible and tastier than what was delivered. Not that I'm not grateful.
Yeah, no,
but
I'm doing my best.
You don't like trout?
Just a little something just to spice it up.
Yes, something to go with the fish, right? Yeah.
Yeah. That checks out. We're looking for a garnish of some kind, maybe like something to push over the top, maybe a lemon or lime, something like that.
Yeah,
something to do that. Let's say that. Give me a survival check, or you can also do nature, your choice.
There are no limes in Aroria.
Yeah, there are no limes in Aroria. That's a fact. Lemons only.
Ooh, that's only an 11.
11? Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's almost better.
I don't know what Ernest is like, but I'm a citrus on my fish kind of guy. You know, like
I do. A nice little lemon zest kind of deal.
Little lemon in there, and that'd be perfect. But Ernest can't find that. But what Ernest does find, as you and Tromper are walking along, chatting, is a pair of pecan trees, kind of in their own little, a pair of pecan trees, kind of in their own little, not meadow, but just a little small clearing where they're both there, and you can see that they are, fortunately, a few of them are fallen. There seems to be a place where you could gather some and do all that kind of thing.
I gather some pecans.
As you're picking up all these pecans and separating from the shells, maybe throwing a few in the bag.
Yeah, just straight in the pockets. Just loose pecans in the pockets.
Just loose pecans in the pockets. Hey,
Yeah.
Mommy can help you with your bill. Go ask her real quick, okay? Alright, thank you. So,
Luke.
yes, that was Luke's bill. So, you're sitting there, you're gathering these pecans, and Trompery is sitting there, and you guys have been chatting and talking for a little bit, but her demeanor changes slightly. Right? She says, "Hey, Ernest,
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Is that okay?"
Well, you just did, didn't you?
Hey, philosopher. So, let me just move past that. Earlier, you were talking about my grove, and you said that you really liked it. You know, when we were sleeping there and everything was going great. And you were
It's
talking
real peaceful.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. It's one of my favorite things. What sorts of things would you said you might get a grove when you're done? What sort of things do you want in your grove? Like what is in Ernest's ideal grove home? And she'll start picking up some pecans too, helping him out, of course.
He thinks on this for quite a while, actually. It's a big question.
We're halfway done with pecans before he
Yeah.
answers.
I like trees. Really tall trees, and I miss the birds and the deer and the rabbits. I miss the shrubs. We had lots of shrubs at the old grove. And there was a big waterfall that we
Waterfall?
would, yeah.
How
we would
big?
go. Oh. Very.
Very. That's how big.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It
to
was
me.
like, and he just raises his hand. He goes, bigger than that. And
Probably, yeah.
yeah, we would wade in the water. Sometimes fish would fall down, and we'd help them swim along. Sometimes we'd eat them, but not often.
Would they just jump off the waterfall like it was a ride? Or do they get projectile off?
He kind of smiles like starry-eyed off into the distance as if he's remembering everything. Yeah, it was a very pretty grove.
It sounds like it.
It was a little cave next to the waterfall. That's where we slept.
Cave next to the waterfall.
Yeah, it would rain, and sometimes it stormed. Big lightning.
Did you and your family have a reason to stay in the grove? Like, my grove's close to the portal, so I could jump back and forth.
Mhm.
But is there any particular reason you all lived there, or was it just yours?
Mostly because it was nice. Had everything we needed. So we didn't have a reason to leave.
Trumper thinks long and hard about what you've said. And like, you guys finish collecting the pecans in the time, and successfully you find enough that you can It seems like, I don't know, you could probably put them on top, but these are probably more like like a snack for afterwards. Like, you've had your fish, and you want to snack on a few pecans over there.
We had a lemon tree too. I wish we had some lemons here. Goes good with fish.
Would be good. I think the oh, she breaks out from her thoughts and says, I think they're a little bit further east from here naturally, but as you're both walking back, she says,
Pocket full of pecans.
pocket full of pecans. Ernest,
Chompery.
have you ever heard of destiny?
No. Who's that?
Well, it's not really a who so much as a. It's not so much a who, more like a reason. It's why you do something. It's like a purpose, the reason behind everything you do. Do you, Ernest, think that? Do you think we all have purpose, a destiny? That there's something greater than ourselves we were born to do, or that we will do at some point?
Like what?
I don't know yet. But do you believe there's something out there for you after all this is over?
Like another grove?
Yeah, like another grove.
I hope so. I would like that.
I think I'd like that too. I'd definitely like that for you. That's for sure.
A Destiny Grove.
Grove of Destiny. That makes sense. Hey, Pin! We got some pecans! Ernest found them!
Awesome! Oh, that's good. He's the best at finding just food in general. And Penn is so stoked. It was also equally stoked about the fish, however. Did not try a berry, probably would have also been as stoked.
No,
This
he's
is
okay.
food.
He'll just pull out a handful of pecans from his pocket and just offer them to you.
Thanks! Oh, you guys found the best ones.
His hands are kind of big, so it's like a lot of pecans.
Oh, it's like
It's like 15 pecans.
Yeah.
So many.
I was trying to like stack
So many
them all in
pecans.
one hand so he can eat with, but he's just and just ends up putting his face in his hand and eating pecan. Very gracefully.
And you notice that he has a couple of pecans in his little shoulder nest as well.
They look like bird eggs. There's like 3 of them all sit next to each other. Little pecans.
Eventually, Penley gets it down to one hand and can savor the pecans a little more. But it's just having the time of his life, as usual when anyone presents him with food. The little things.
Right.
Do we want to just have the plain nuts, or do we? Well, I don't suppose we have much we can do with them. We don't have butter out here.
We could crush them up and put them on the fish, and then it would be crunchy fish.
That's
Crunchy.
Eli
fish
looks up from
sounds
having
pretty
like the
good.
tail of the fish in her hand and eating it like a chicken wing. Like,
The one fish? How could
Yeah.
you do this? You ate the whole breakfast?
Oh, he took
Only three!
the whole
tail.
Just the whole tail got cut off.
like a third of the fish, holding it by the
Okay.
tail. Oh.
If you cut it up really small,
so now 2 more people can have fish.
you could dip the fish in the nuts, potentially.
Like a nut-crusted fish?
Yeah.
Except without
Well,
the
you could
rest of
also
the
just-
crust, it's just nuts and fish.
You could
A
put a nut in your
nut-covered
mouth
fish.
and
Let's
then
not call it that.
chew on
actually.
it,
we could come up with a better name.
He's like, no, I don't like that at all.
Like a pecan, like a pecan crusted, perhaps.
Pecan crusted
not a
fish.
nut cuff.
It's kind of
A nut crusted fish?
The
No,
crusty
that's
nutfish.
not
A
good
crusty
either.
nut fish. That sounds worse.
So we have our pecan crusted fish, and breakfast completes. At some point, we just poop past
Yeah,
this.
local delicacy sometime in the future.
You know,
Yes.
at some
Crusty
point,
nutfish.
at some point,
Sounds like an insult, doesn't
it
it?
does.
You crusty nutfish!
Crusty
we call
nutfish.
somebody that.
I want someone in the Monday game to get called that as an insult by one of their enemies.
Yeah.
And now there's like
Odin
like
slaying of
It's a
Aroria.
it's like it's Shakespearean, so it's like an old Aurorian Shakespeare, like fantasy Shakespeare wrote, "You crusty nutfish."
Yeah.
They're like, where do we come
That's
up with that?
Using it now.
So anyway, eventually, as we're all having our fish and our breakfast, you look over and you can see Trompery's having food like everyone else does. And you can see that the battery is on her arm, the gauntlet. And you can see the 5 straps, and it looks as though those 5 rings, when you found them, they were all slightly smaller than the other, and they fold into a single piece, right? Make like a cone that came out. As she's wearing it now, it seems to be flush to her skin, tight to it, as if over time it adhered to her forearm tightly, right? By magical means, obviously. So it changed size, so it's not just dangling on her wrist or anything, but full flush on her forearm. And you all get the sense, you all know that you've seen Jiro go across the lake into what is a marsh type area over there. You know you have the battery, which charges, right? And we do not have a plan. So, as thoughts of the adventure and the task to come flood into your minds, I'll turn it back over to all of you.
Well, that was some great fish and nuts together.
Yep.
Good
Definitely
breakfast.
better than what the berries would have been.
I feel like. So you guys had berries that weren't good?
There were berries.
Do you want
I
some?
mean, there are if you would like to try them, but
They
someone,
don't taste great.
yes, someone didn't tell me that.
Maybe later.
berries.
Oh, Eli's gonna try one. Yeah, sure,
He
I'll try
reaches
one.
into their little pocket, gives them each like 3 berries.
Pops all 3 into his mouth right away. He's just
Ernest
up-
politely refuses. I'm good. I'm full of crusty fish.
You know,
Mhm.
I've had better.
It's like candy, but without any of the good part.
You could turn this into a game. Not right now, because we have important things to do.
Oh
The
yeah.
game would be, how many terrible berries can you eat?
Doesn't sound like a
Is that
very
the
fun
whole
game
game?
at all.
Is that the whole
Oh, they
thing?
are now a punishment.
That's as far
I
as
feel like it'd
I
be more like a dare in a different game than an entire game on its own.
Maybe a punishment for something in a game. Because it's not too mean. It wouldn't make somebody, well, it wouldn't do any permanent damage, but it's still unpleasant.
Yeah, it is unpleasant.
So
Find
how
some use for them. I have enough.
Awesome. How are we gonna find Jiro?
I mean, he's probably in the marsh somewhere. He's probably either huge or yellow.
Do you
things
think
pretty
that
easy
was
to
him
find.
that we saw the other night or last night when it was
Oh, the
the light?
light?
Yeah,
I didn't think about that. It could have been.
could have been.
If it was, he was gone by the time that Dorian and I took watch.
Yeah, we didn't see anything.
What kind of light was it?
Ernest saw it.
It was bright.
Did it look
And-
magical?
Did it look magical?
Yeah, of course it did. It was a magical glowing gold light.
Yup.
Maybe he was
Look.
transforming or something. Maybe he was like, I don't know. And most Hydras don't, shapeshift. Maybe he was going away from Hydra back to human form or something.
Maybe.
Odd.
Did I notice that he flashed with a golden light when I saw him transform?
He does not.
I don't think that was it, because he doesn't usually like. He just kind of changes. Doesn't make any light.
Yeah. I got nothing. Maybe we'll find out.
I mean, he knows magic too.
Should we cross the river and look over there? Because maybe if we don't run into him, we'll run into whoever was camping, and maybe they've seen a Hydra.
We don't know if you want to run into them, but I suppose if we see them first.
There's
That's
a
a good
lot
idea.
of us. In a worst case scenario, there's 6 of us, so we should be okay. There's strength in numbers.
Don't know their numbers.
That's also true.
What if there's more than one of them?
Then we might be in trouble.
More than one Hydra.
Maybe they're friendly.
I hope there's not more than one Hydra. Jeez.
I mean, it's been some time. Maybe he moved on. Maybe he found another. And she is mad with jealousy, and we are all going to die because you had a terrible relationship once.
And it's not my fault it was terrible, first off.
Maybe he had a kid.
Yeah, what if they have children?
A baby Hydra.
Has it been that long? I guess.
How long has it been since you saw him the last time?
Maybe like a year or two?
Does seem like a really interesting story for that to have happened. I don't know if it did or not, but it's still very interesting.
Trumper's gonna
Maybe-
take off the battery.
Maybe we can come up with more of the story on our way. Like, pass the time. We can come up with all of the different ways he could have lived his last 2 years.
Or we could think of like how we're going to deal with a gigantic Hydra that regrows its heads and we need it to cut off its head so we can use
Thought
its
we were just
battery.
gonna ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we just gonna ask him?
Yeah,
Do you think he's cool with it?
that's what Penley said.
Well, I don't really know if he's cool with getting his heads cut off. I was hoping maybe he'd be like used to it because
Yeah.
he regrows them a lot.
See,
But
that's what
That's
I
what I
was
said.
thinking. I don't know if it feels good.
after
maybe
a
he's
night of
used to it.
thinking, I don't know.
It
if
could be
would
really
good.
refreshing.
Maybe. I mean, there's only one way to find out.
Is it like shaving for a Hydra?
Huh?
Just every now
How
and
do-
then you gotta.
How does your thumb feel now that you have a new one? Like, is it refreshed?
It feels like my old thumb, but to be fair, it's just a thumb. And I feel like, if it was a different part of me that I was more aware of, it might feel more refreshed.
That's a
But
fair
it does
point.
feel kind of sprightly.
You're not
You don't-
aware with them?
You don't know where your thumb is? It's fine.
You're less aware of your thumb.
Of all my fingers, the thumb is the most I'm aware of.
Henley is
I use
now.
it for everything.
Henley is just standing or walking, whatever they're doing now, just like investigating his entire hand, like with a new light.
Do I even have thumbs?
I mean,
Look, I'm not asking it. I'm not asking it to cut off its own head. Go ahead.
You asked Penley to cut off
Yeah.
the thumb.
I mean, we could try, though, right?
Yeah, but I don't think Pendley can kill me.
What is the intelligence of the Hydra?
Of
I
the
mean,
what?
he's pretty
Hydra.
smart.
Pretty smart.
At least in his human form. In the Hydra form, I don't know.
2. Okay, we can definitely lie to him.
But we could try appealing to his better self first.
It's probably 10, because this Hydra can shapeshift into a person. So let's say 10.
Oh, same as me.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, we could try asking him. I thought about it overnight, and I don't know if it's the best idea these days. At this point,
Well, what would you hurt by asking, right? If we're gonna end up fighting him one way or another, we could at least do them the courtesy of asking first.
we could lose the advantage of surprise, I guess.
You would really just go up to your ex and just murk him in cold blood and not even talk to him?
Well, no, I was thinking more like a more deceptive route.
Here's my concern, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't talk to him about it, we might get one head cut off before he knows what's going on. But after that, I'm pretty sure he's gonna know that we're cutting off his heads. And he's probably not gonna be too happy about it.
I mean, that's kind of the whole part of fighting a Hydra, isn't it? Like, you cut off their heads and they grow back. It's like, would it be any different for him?
Do you think that happens to him a lot? I kind of feel a little bit bad about that. If that's the case, do people just go up to him and cut off his head to see if they can?
Like a party trick?
They probably
Yeah.
die if they do that.
True.
He definitely almost killed me.
Well,
We don't need all of his. How many heads do you think we would need? Chompery.
how
Proper-
much did my thumb?
Power the
Because then you just have to times it by lots of heads.
Trumpery will take out a book and do some math in a journal. It takes her about a minute and a half. Like looking at the battery, she does a couple more tests with things and does some conversions calculations. Takes about a minute and a half. Somebody roll a d10.
I got you.
Okay.
That is a 4.
Takes 5 hits.
It would have been 11 heads.
It would have been crazy. We're like, shoot, we might as well just cut off thumbs for that. 11 heads.
Looks like it would take a total of 10 heads regrowing, which means we would have to cut off 5 heads in order to fully charge the battery for our purposes.
Okay, I mean, I can try ask.
If you
How
don't
many?
want to, I thought a lot about it. And
Are you good at talking to people?
I think I'm very charming. I mean, he liked me in the first place.
Okay,
Yeah.
Worth a
so-
shot.
Fair.
If you don't want to do it, Elista, that's okay. I can try, and you might be able to help keep everyone except maybe Ernest hidden, so that we don't completely ruin the element of surprise. Although he's gonna know what we want, probably.
And we do need someone to get very close to get the magic in the battery. Or
Well-
like getting too well.
Yeah, someone has to either be touching Jiro or right beside him when they regrow. You probably have to be touching him, but it's not going to be me. She puts the hand, reaches out to hand the battery to someone.
Probably either Ernest or myself, for one of a couple of reasons. One, because I think it might be me talking to him, and Ernest is hard to hide, so probably if you're okay with it, bud, we'll go talk to him together. But also, well, we're usually the ones close range, so
Yeah. That is true.
maybe we give you Gauntlet, Ernest, and I'll do the talking, because You're pretty strong, and I'm good at dodging, so if I make him angry, I can move fast.
I mean, I could also just, like, thunder step away from him if he starts to get mad.
True. If you
Well-
want to talk to him, you can.
You have to be close to him. Someone's got to be close to charge the battery.
I was just saying if I need to talk to him.
Oh, okay.
Well, Eli, do you think you could talk to him? Maybe convince him?
I think I might be the best suited for it. No offense to Penn, but, like, being charismatic is kind of my whole thing.
I can see
You're
that.
probably more charismatic than me, I guess.
Penn is
I only have a
adorable.
+2.
Penn is adorable. Elista just has a personality. It's a gift.
Well, thank you. Penn, we do love you, I promise.
We do.
But we are also trying to convince something it is very dangerous to do something very stupid.
Yeah, well, that makes perfect sense. I was just volunteering because it looked like you were backing out.
No, I was just wondering if it was the best idea. Because it's either that, or we lie to him, or we just straight up try to attack him.
Yeah, I guess I probably won't get the... I was thinking a lot that maybe I didn't handle, our transition away from friendship in the best way. But I think I'm just gonna have to come to terms with the fact that, sometimes things don't get resolved, and that's okay. So, you know what? I trust you.
You'll know to come save me. It's okay.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out.
A year out. It'll be loud.
Position for friendship.
Quotable.
Okay.
Okay.
So, it sounds like what we're going to do is we're going to go across the river. We're going to explore. We're going to look for Jiro. We're going to find Jiro. Eli, you're going to talk to him. And attempt to persuade him to allow us to cut off his heads for whatever purpose. And then we're gonna go home. And if that doesn't work, then we'll find him, and if he kills Eli immediately, then the rest of us will also just fight the Hydra. To cut off
think-
their heads.
If he eats him, if he eats Eli, and the battery's on the inside, when we go to find him and cut his heads off, we can
But she
get the
does
battery
have-
back out of the inside.
Thunder step. So it might be okay if he tries to eat her.
I'm just saying, theoretically, if she
He's gonna eat
How long-
anyone. He's gonna eat you. You're the smallest, and you stole from him.
you got to catch me first.
How long can you
Gotta catch me
whoever
too.
can hold their breath the longest should try to get eaten. No, this is actually, you know what? I don't say this often, but I don't think
we
this
should
is a
try
bad
to get
idea.
eaten.
Yeah.
I
No, but how are we
can-
going to be touching him with the thing if we're not?
don't need to breathe, but also I think the concern is more the stomach acid if you get eaten. Or the teeth ripping you apart. I don't think they swallow you whole.
I can make it harder for the acid to hurt you. Like, I can give you resistance to that.
This is a good backup plan.
Are his heads big enough for him to swallow me whole? Is that what he does? Like,
He's huge.
He's a Hydra.
It's huge. So,
I thought it'd be more like it grabs you with like multiple heads, like tears you apart, like the T-Rexes in
I mean,
Jurassic Park.
It's probably
you've
close to that.
seen the cinematic masterpiece that is the animated Hercules, right?
Yes.
Like
Just get in and like, ta-da!
there's it can definitely eat you, or there are other ways to get inside the creature, which is also dangerous. But
Get in my belly.
There are
Pervert.
multiple ways to get inside this creature.
I
You
mean,
know one of them.
my biggest concern is that if someone is stuck inside the creature, they will need to get out of the creature, which means we might have to kill Jiro.
Right. I
Yes.
forgot. about that.
Oh,
And like for one, I don't. First of all, I don't know if we can kill the Hydra, Jiro. I don't want to call it His name is Jiro. I don't know if we need to kill it necessarily, but if someone was inside it, then we definitely would.
If the
You're
battery
right.
was inside of it, and we chopped off a couple heads and then stalked him for a while and waited till he like passed it.
I think it's too big to.
Oh no!
You know,
If he eats something as a hydra that's very big, when he comes back, is it still the same size or does it also shrink with his stomach?
oh no.
I think he just has a really big butt, so it's proportional.
I mean, it was pretty big.
I didn't notice.
I did.
Well, I think
Hydroform.
that's
Hydroform.
probably
Right.
not the best. I think we'll go back to the idea where someone wears it and touches him, probably either me or Ernest.
It's good. You know what? We should walk and talk. We're losing daylight.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what? All these are good options. Honestly, I see nothing wrong. Dorian could just fly straight down his throat. Probably wouldn't even hit a wall. Just
True.
all the way in.
But then we'd have to kill him. We lose our power source.
Ernest, as we're walking up and we're getting close to the riverbank now. Ernest,
Yes.
do you think that all the necks go to the same stomach, or do you think it's different stomachs?
Probably the same stomach, right?
That's my guess as well. I like this plan. As we all walk forward and we start heading west towards the Western Watershed, to where Jiro's lair is, where he lives and everything is. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll. Oh, I'll just show you. I'll just show you guys the map. I made a map. It's cool.
Yo.
It's cool. Look
The
at it.
map of the Hydra stomach.
Yeah, it's on. I didn't put it in the forge, so everyone needs to have the stream open, so you can see it. So you can see it. But
Semen?
yeah, Seaman, so you can see it. And so, but yeah, so this is here as we're walking forward. You guys can see on the far side of the river.
It's pretty.
On the far side of the river, there is this kind of like peninsula-like structure that stretches across and opens into, or leads to, where the opening of this watershed, or where this marsh opening is, the mouth of this marsh that then flows further into the river and goes farther out. But you guys can see the lower bank from here. It's just these little grasses. But let's take a quick break, and then like 10 minutes, and then we'll be right back, and we'll start finding Jiro.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
The new-
Hello.
Hi.
Happy New Year.
Happy
Again.
New Year.
Good morning.
We are back. Thank you all for sticking with us. So, early break, but back into it. Right, let's do this. So, in the first half, we woke up, we had breakfast, we got nuts, we had our conversation, we gave the battery to Ernest, who's currently wearing it. Ernest, as you went to go put it on your hand, gauntlet up. It barely fit over like 3 of your fingers. But then as you just kept going for it, it widened, got huge, went over your arm. Now it's this honking thing on Ernest's arm that's tied specifically to him.
Great.
We now stand on the eastern bank of this river. On the far side, you can see the lower bank. Then you see the mouth of the river to the left as it flows into this bigger river. And then there's another bank on the west side. There's all other stuff on the inside. It's early morning, just after the sun has come up. This time of year, 7:30, 8 o'clock, maybe 9 at the latest. But the day is early, it's the morning, and you got a river cross. You guys
Is it a steep river?
This river is a river, like the Mississippi River.
It's a river.
Like we're talking like 300 feet across, 100 feet deep, huge river.
Oregon Trail all over again.
Hey, Ernest, do you remember the bridge that we talked about last night?
Yep.
Do you think maybe if we all have to get across the river, would you be able to help some of us that might be at risk from water as well?
Sure. I polymorph into a giant eagle and I fly everyone across the river.
Carry everybody back and forth.
Yeah, man.
Sweet.
Because I'm a nice guy.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ernest.
So you go ahead,
Anytime.
so you go ahead and burn that wild shape. And
I'll carry somebody too.
go ahead and burn that wild shape. You can't, Dorian.
I
Actually,
tried.
no, you can't. You can't. You
How
can
long?
carry
How
one
long?
person.
How long do I stay in wild shape for?
It's like a number of hours equal to your
A couple
draw.
hours, right? Alright, well, I'm a bird until this combat starts.
A giant eagle. Giant
That
eagle.
too.
Alright.
Very
So-
low key.
With Dorian helping, Dorian, you carry whoever's the smallest person, obviously.
Yeah.
Ernest, you make a couple trips. Actually, with the two of you, you could
It just
make
looks like whoever it is has
Yeah.
wings.
it's just you.
I'm just a
The two-
backpack.
The two of you could ferry everyone across this huge river in 2 trips. Dorian and Ernest fly over, Dorian and Ernest fly back, Dorian and Ernest fly over. You could get everybody, including Chopper. So,
Sweet.
very easy thing to do, something you just carry. Everyone's happy. I don't think we need any rolls for that. So, you cross the river, and you arrive at the lower bank. The lower bank is a small peninsula that slows the river down and helps create these very calm waters on the other side. So the rivers run rapidly on the side, but on the far side, it's very slow. These two bodies of water meeting is where this kind of brackish water would be. It's a little bit more than a sandbar. That helps clear. Actually, I made a thing. Looks like this. It's a little more than a sandbar helps clear. It's clear to you that when the river rises and storms come in or gets hot, the river will rise up and cover this place and wipe it clean of everything that's there. Not a great place to camp out because of that threat, but it's kind of cool for a picnic, if you're going to hang out. Looking across to your south, across the mouth of the small river, is the upper bank. over there, you can see the tree line is close, and it leads into a dark wood that heads off further into evil and all that, or whatever. There's a swell where these two rivers are meeting, and in the middle of that, there's a small little island, all by itself, as if the river runs around it and heads back into the big river. There's a little island over there covered in what looks to be like a monospecies singular tall grass. And then there's a kind of like a small little hill where it kind of has a little bit of elevation to it, but there are no trees, just grass. And then further on to the north, you don't really see anything specific, but you can see that the peninsula continues on. There's a way to walk just straight right up the island.
If I were a Hydra, where would I be? We don't see
Probably
any.
wherever's most comfortable.
We don't see any like big footprints anywhere, do we?
Make a survival check or perception. Do either.
I'll take perception.
My passive
Is-
perception is 19.
Whoa.
19. Ardeen,
Passive perception.
Ardeen, you see like there. You look over to the left in the daylight, on the middle island, with passive perception 19. You see a little gold light just flare on the island.
Oh, I think I see your lights over there.
That looks like what I saw.
You didn't see it. It's gone before you look.
Oh,
It was just a flash, but it
I
was
didn't see
definitely
anything.
there.
Aren't you an eagle?
Squaw!
That was worth it.
One of my favorite druid things. What'd you get, Eliza?
My passive is 15.
15.
Yeah.
What'd you
And
roll
my roll is 12.
when you actively looked for something?
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't look. Can't really see anything here. It doesn't look like there are any particular tracks.
You said you saw something out on the island?
Yes.
The island's far, right? Like a good distance?
It's probably now this little swell, kind of like area where these two rivers meet. It's like a small little lake with an island in it. It's probably 60 or 70 feet. And you'll also notice that the water is not as deep here. So it's only 60, maybe 60 to 100 feet to the island from where you are, right? And then it doesn't get any more than like 10 feet deep out there. So this is a more shallow area now that we're here in the marsh. The actual places that you can see where the water is, they don't go super deep.
Should we go check out the island first?
I mean, did you say that he flashed or anything? Is that definitely a sign of him?
I mean, he doesn't flash when he transforms, but I don't know if he can flash. Plus, you said it was gold, so like, he's kind of yellow.
Hey, do you remember the big dead predators? Do you think that has anything to do with him?
Maybe. I mean, it didn't look like Hydra tracks,
That's true.
but
I was just thinking about those again.
like they look more like dragon, like big claws. Not beans. We saw beans.
Okay, that's good. I just remembered that and thought maybe we should worry about that. But better if we don't. I like to worry less about things. Did we want to go see if we can find him there? Or you, specifically? Maybe the rest of us should be quiet.
It is probably good.
Maybe Ernest could fly over and see, or would that be faster?
I mean, you could take me if you want. In case he is there, I could just be like, "Behold, my giant eagle steed that I brought." Maybe he'd be impressed.
Ernest, would you squaw if you agree?
Perfect.
Sounds like he's in.
So, Ernest, you and Elast are going to make a quick once over on the island, just to give the good look around? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh.
Squawk! I would like for both of you to give me a perception check as you move that direction.
Do I get advantage because I'm a bird?
You do. You do.
Squaw.
I got a 22.
Perception.
That'll succeed.
Oh, sweet. That's a 26.
Yo.
Yeah,
Those
eagle
are
eyes.
really good. Look,
We're so perceptive.
we feel as though
Yeah,
we feel as though we get a good sense of the island. Now, the island itself is about 2 acres total. So it's not a
Okay.
huge space, but it's this big, long, kind of oval-shaped thing that goes off further into the watershed. It looks like, well, like as you can see from this, you can see it goes all the way back there. But let me get back to my notes. So, basic round shape. Unlike the rest of the marsh, which has trees and underbrush and all of those other things, this particular island has been taken over by an incredibly invasive tall grass. The vegetation, it's this really thin, sort of wheat-like structure that has these little yellow baby's breath on the end. Looks like this if you have the street. But there are no other trees. There's nothing else on the island. There's no other types of plant life there. However, in the center of the island, almost dead center, there you can see where the grass has been flattened, as if it were like a corn maze, in about a 25-foot radius, so 50 feet wide total. In basically a huge circle right there on the island. It looks like it's been flattened, and all the grass seems to like it all goes. It doesn't twist around. It goes out as if something exploded right there. You know, all the grass goes away from the center, lays flat on the ground.
I wonder what caused that. And there's no like sign of life. It's just flat grass.
There's no one there.
Hmm.
I think, Ernest, you made a 26.
Yeah.
In the center of that little grass area, you see a little gleam of light. It looks like there's something dead in the center of this whole thing.
Squaw! I fly down towards it.
Whoa, what?
You bank
You
hard.
hear me say squaw?
Everyone else on the far side, you all see Ernest go down. He lands on the island. What do you all do?
Do you think you found something?
It's like you
I mean,
may have
Eli
something
waves and gives a
interesting.
thumbs up.
it seems like he is calling us.
We should go closer, but quietly, so that we don't ruin the element of surprise.
She puts her hands in a cross as saying no Hydra, but she's not sure if they'll understand.
Is this how we communicate now? Oh, there's no Hydra. I think. Or maybe she's saying don't come here.
Can't
I
really
can't hear
tell.
you.
Can't really tell what she's trying to say. I mean, we know Jiro's further in. We should just go, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's meet back, and if there is a Hydra there, we can hide then.
Makes sense.
We go.
What have we found?
Dorian, you ferry Pendley across.
Yeah.
And
Little winged backpack.
is it fair to say that we all come across? We ferry back and forth. Or no? Okay, cool. Alright, we all come across. So, Ernest, while you and Elista and all this ferrying occurs, it's not very far, right? So, like in like a minute or two, everyone can be across, right? Without getting wet. When you get there, it's very obvious that there is this little round white stone in the center of the circle. That looks exactly like this. It is looks like it's white marble, and it's got these gold wings on it. And it sits there flat in the ground. It looks like it's heavily laden into the dirt in this place.
As everybody's coming over, Eli would be like popping a squat over it, looking at it.
Eli, as you get closer to it, and when you get within 5 feet, it begins to not glow. Well, it would begin to go. It gives that same flash that you've all seen before. And across on the opposite side of the gold wings, some writing appears on the orb.
What does it say? And can I read it? Different. Wrong order for those questions.
What languages do you speak?
Common, Goblin, Primordial.
It looks like gibberish to you. It's not one of those. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check. Just straight intelligence.
Okay. A 17.
17. Okay, that's pretty good. This
Natural. And dirty.
Natural and dirty. So, with a 17, we will say that you might have seen some of this carved into some runic areas and some highly religious places back on the elemental planes, right? This is written in Celestial.
Oh. So I know what it is, but I don't know how to read it.
You can identify the language.
Interesting. Might need Trompery to look at this. I don't know. I can't read fancy god language.
Dream kind of peeks around, like, I think I can.
What kind of fancy god language?
Celestial.
Oh, I speak Celestial.
You can read, right?
Probably. But just in case, Ardeen, can you help me out a little?
Yeah, Ardeen, you go over there and you look at it, and it is in fact Celestial. You speak Celestial, right?
Penley does,
That's
and Ardeen as well, I think.
I always thought I made it up.
You look down at it, Ardeen, and of course you too, Penley, as you come around, as you guys both come around the corner. When you guys come around the corner, it's like reading a sign. On the side of this ball, written in Celestial, is the word race.
Do you think that's a descriptive word or a name?
I don't know. Probably, it is. Well, does this look like a grave of some sort? Maybe? Why else would someone put someone's name on a rock?
I don't know. Quite a mystery. Do any of your friends know?
I can check.
The friends?
Yeah, she consults Elias.
Elias.
You are old. You know anything about this?
I think it's older than me. That's for sure.
Wow. It's older than him.
He's pretty old, right?
Yes. How long do elves live, and then when did you die? That's quite some time.
It's a long time. It's not important.
No, I think I'm just getting snippy. I've got nothing.
Okay, so it's very old, celestial, and it says grace.
Pendley, when you say grace close to the orb shifts. Just in the way it shifts in the sense that it settles back into place. Like it goes from where it was and it just drops like 2 inches. Like it fell over slightly. Like it lost its balance.
Henley's like, and kind of leans over the orb a little and says grace again, but in celestial this time.
The orb sinks about a half inch or about half foot into the ground. I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw. About a half foot, 6 inches, it sinks deep into the earth. Almost like there's almost water covering now. As you get close to
Who
it.
was making this save?
Everyone.
Yeah,
within,
you still in the air?
I'm a bird. I was in the air.
everyone within 30 feet. This is going to be worse for you, Ernest.
I was not
Um,
within 30 feet. I was
weren't
60
you?
feet away.
You were
No,
exactly 60
I got
feet
good
away.
eyes. I could see everything. I
You were
could see
60
everything.
feet away. Okay, cool.
What save am I making?
Oh, come on!
Wisdom.
Nat 20, my friends.
Bow. 19. Let's go.
Nat 20
It would have been a 19,
for 22.
but then it tipped over and now it's a 3.
Oof.
What'd you get, Elasta?
An 8.
Nate? Okay. So, Pendley, with your natural 20, you say. Dorian, with your natural 20, you say. Ernest, what'd you get?
19.
19 fails. Elista.
Seriously?
Yeah. Elista, what'd you get?
Yikes.
An 8.
8. So, Ernest, Elista, and Ardeen, all of you fail. Dorian, you're already so close to the ground. Like, you really can't get any closer. Pendley, you're sitting there, like, you're standing there and you say the word again, and you're kind of like hunched over it, and you barely even notice as everyone around you slams into the ground.
Ouch.
Ernest, you hit the ground. We didn't say how far you were in the air. We're going to say it's at least 30 feet. But I'm going to be kind and say you don't take any damage from that because you hit the ground so soft. Because it was kind of ambiguous. So, you slam into the ground in your eagle form and you just kind of crush as if the weight of the world is falling down upon you. Same for you, Elasta and Ardeen. All three of you are restrained. You cannot teleport, and you're combined to this plane of existence. And you guys are all just like, it's as if all the air in the world became steel at the same time. It held you down.
This does not feel natural.
Penley looks up. Are you
Why are you guys
guys
laying on
okay?
the ground?
All of your friends are crumpled.
Did it look like I meant to do it?
I didn't notice until it was very quiet. And do you think this is... Hey, Dorian, do you think this is like the thing at Randavi's place? The thing that... Or maybe not. Should I try and touch it? Or do you
Turn
think
it
that'll make
off.
it worse?
I can't move.
The effect lasts for a minute, and you get to make the save at the end of your turn every time. So, but you all eventually make it. So, Ardeen, Elasta, Ernest, in time you will be able to stand up, and you can decide when that happens.
What the hell did you say to it that made it slam me into the dirt?
I just said the name on it, or the word on it, but in the language it's written in, which I thought would be good, but instead it was very bad.
Did it do anything, Alice? Anything useful?
I mean, yeah, it seems pretty strong.
It's further in the ground now.
And it just pinned half of us to the ground, too.
I'm gonna try and touch it. That was Penley saying that out loud. But he will go and touch the orb.
You reach down and you go to grab the orb, and you touch it. Nothing happens. You maybe try to pick it up. Maybe.
Yeah, that would be the next step. Yes.
You fingers going around through a little bit of muck, right? Because there's like this very thin grass on top. You're into the mud now. You got one hand. You try to pick it up like it's a baseball, like it's a bowling ball. Nothing. Doesn't move. Both hands. Pull, pull, pull. When I say it doesn't move, I mean, it's like this is a steel pole driven into the ground. There is not an inch of movement at all from this little ball. It is stuck into place like nothing's ever been stuck before. It cannot be moved.
I have 2 observations. 1, this thing, I cannot pick it up. 2, if we got Jiro here and things got dicey, all I would have to say is grace.
As you say that, the whole moves slightly. It's like it was like the mud moved around inside. There's like a little, like a sound from the water.
Yeah. Did it come up more, or did it just move?
It stayed there. It moved.
It seems to like it better when I say he is saying this again. When I say grace in common rather than celestial.
When you say it in common, nothing happens.
Oh. He goes, maybe not. He says grace in infernal, just to see what happens.
Nothing happens.
Okay. And then he goes, celestial or nothing, I guess. But I don't know if you guys... Do you guys want to all take a few steps back and I'll try it again? I'm just very curious.
What if you said the opposite of grace and celestial?
I thought about that. Well, what's the opposite of grace? Clumsiness? That doesn't sound like a very mythical word.
Grace is like forgiveness, or maybe no, not exactly cruelty, but anyway, it's not on the rock. It probably won't do anything, right?
What if I said it backwards? It's like E-card.
You try to say an E-card in Celestial?
You betcha.
The woman is too stunned to speak.
It sounds weird, obviously, in Celestial again, but again, nothing happens. So it made it the hole and the item made a clear movement when you said grace a third time in Celestial, but when you say it backwards, nothing happens again.
That didn't work, obviously. Before he does anything else, he's gonna try and pick it up again. I'm presuming it is still very much stationary.
You reach down to pick it up, it just picks up like a baseball.
Oh.
What the heck? Also look down where it was to see if there's anything significant.
It looks like there's a large rock there. Like at one point there was a large rock. It's hit some sort of stone. There's no telling how far it would have fallen.
Hey, there's a rock under this.
Eat this.
Rock under.
Feed
Yeah.
it to the Hydra.
Do you think we should lift the rock to see what was underneath?
Sure. Well, I don't know.
Lift the rock out of the ground?
Well, it's probably a pretty big rock, so this might be a little ambitious. But we have the thing that makes people fall down.
That's
Mhm.
important. Could save someone's life.
Or end it.
I'm a little confused though, because it only made you guys faceplant once.
Well,
I think-
it's
I mean, some of magic, from what I've seen, it only makes you if you break out of it, it can't do it again for a while.
Cool. And he's just gonna put it in his bag.
I mean, theory has yet to be tested. So, maybe when you're in melee combat with the Hydra later, you could try it and just see what happens.
See what? Yeah. Well, it's a good backup plan. Like being swallowed, only less bad.
I think that's plan 1.5.
I like it. Hey, does anyone have any trumpery? Are you any good at knowing what things are? He kind of like pulls it back out of the bag. I'm
Like-
not
Like,
good at that.
like knowing. I don't know exactly what it is. There are some things we can do magically to get a sense of how a thing may work, or if someone's under the effects of things. I could try that.
So we know it's celestial in origin, and that it has the word on it,
Mhm.
and that one time it made almost everybody, fall over.
Mhm.
So maybe we should magic check it out.
Maybe.
I can magic check it out if you want me to.
Thanks. And is gonna hold it out to Trumpery.
So Chopper is going to identify it, because that is magic exclusive for the gods at this time. But we'll try and do her best. As she casts the spell, she takes the orb and begins to. The first thing she does is clean it. She pulls out like a piece of her shirt, wipes it all off, and gets it nice and clean, and very clearly written on the side is that word "grace" in Celestial. You can see the wings on both sides, and she casts Identify. You discover that this is an orb that was dropped by something called the Honest Seraph. It is a weight that entity uses when it passes judgment. When you're holding it, when you speak the command word, all creatures within 30 feet make a wisdom save, DC 20, and they're restrained, cannot teleport, or confined on fail. This effect lasts for 1 minute or until they save at the end of their turn. Chopper says, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I know it has something to do with the... It's magical in the purest sense. Magical in the sense, and it is magic in the way that smiles are happiness.
And he'll kind of thanks. Take it back and put it in the bag and say, you know, that was a lot easier than trial and error, even though we're pretty used to trial and error at this point. That would be a convenient thing for people to know how to do.
It's the goal.
Cool.
I think
Thanks, then.
it looks like it works. You can say the word from any distance, it seems, so you could throw the object and then say the word if you wanted to, or you could just avoid the effects potentially. But
Yeah.
you all do what you wish.
No, that's a great idea.
Would it hurt if it like came down on someone when it dropped?
Maybe that could be extra.
Because I mean, all that it stopped it was a big old rock in the ground. It'd be
Or-
like, word,
Think
and it is big hole.
she takes it and like throws it up the air, and lands. I don't think it goes. I don't think. Well, let's see. Ernest, throw this as high as you can.
Squaw!
Oh wait, you're not a person.
You could drop
I
it
take
from
it.
her,
I
right?
take it from her in my beak and I fly up.
Okay.
How
Alright,
high? How high you
When-
want me to fly?
Ernest, fly like 200 feet in the air,
Fly like
and
an
then
eagle.
and then drop it. Try to land it right here. And she points to the ground.
Squaw!
Okay, pen. When he drops it, you say the word when it gets about halfway down. Okay?
Okay. I'm ready.
Eli's gonna back up a few steps.
Pen will wait until it's about halfway down and then shout grace in Celestial.
When you say that, no one's in range. The orb continues to fall at the same speed. It hits the ground. It goes about 6 inches down. Hits some more rock. that's it.
Wow.
So it falls like a rock.
Falls like a rock. It's not pulled to the earth, so if you threw it and then you called it, it would start to fall, but it no faster than a regular rock. So it'd be like hitting someone with a rock.
So probably the original effect, I guess. I'll keep it in case we need it, and I'm pretty good at throwing, so I can throw it to anyone else if you all need it more.
I think you're pretty good at throwing. And
It's
you also know the word.
It's also just really pretty.
Ardeen knows the word too, I think. Right, Ardeen?
Yes, I suppose I could also use this strange rock.
Yeah, so either one of us can make the weird rock do the falling thing if we need to. Okay, great. Well, we found a weird rock. Now let's go find Jiro.
Yes. No Hydra. Should we look around for signs of a Hydra?
Or more weird rocks.
As we're moving, probably. I didn't see any
Okay.
tracks yet.
From here, there are two clear ways you could go. Over on the far side, you're about halfway to the upper bank, and so you could go to the other side of the river and explore that bank, walking up this smaller river that leads into the big river. So you could go over to the upper bank and walk up that side, or you could go back to the lower bank and cut up again. Either option is available to you.
Which way do you think we should go? Should we stay on... Do you think this was the weird light?
It's currently glowing with the same color.
I think this might be the light you saw yesterday, Ernest. It's gold!
I think maybe we should go to the upper bank.
There's gold in them there hills.
Yep, that's the conclusion that Penley has reached.
Let's
It's
try the
gold.
upper bank first, so we have a little bit higher ground, I guess. But I think he's probably in the swamp.
It makes sense to get to the upper because that way we can look down, so we can kind of see the lower bank from a vantage point. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, strategic advantage.
Alright.
Makes
Cool.
sense to me. So
Should we have Ernest like scout from overhead while we do that? He's a bird, you won't recognize him.
True, it's just a bird. Probably. Is that alright, Ernest? Perfect. You're the best, bud. Could have just told me to piss off and I wouldn't have known.
Ernest, give me a perception check. Now, be specific for me, Brandon. What are you doing when you go over to this upper bank? As a bird.
Shit, apparently I'm not seeing anything because I just botched those both those perception checks. I think the highest roll was a 10. Is that right?
It's still
Yeah.
it's still not bad. It's not awful.
Well, it's not great.
Not at this level.
What am I doing? I'm just flying around, man, trying to see what my little bird eyes can see. I think I might have got distracted. I saw another bird, so I was like, "Squad!" He was like, "Squad!" And we was like, "Yeah."
We squad back. Okay.
We squad back, yeah.
so-
Squad up.
With a 10, you can see that the riverbank itself has mixture of sand and stone, but it only with a 10, the only thing you really notice from your height is that there's only like 15 feet, maybe 20, from where the riverbank starts and the woods begins. And that area has some rocks. Some rocks, some big, some small, some sharp. But it looks like this particular area, the water level's down a little bit. There's about 20 feet between there and the tree line. But with the 10, once you get over the trees, all you see is foliage. Doesn't appear. It seems fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we were just gonna walk after him, and if he saw anything, he'd just let us know.
Okay. Where are you now, Ernest?
Probably about like 30 feet ahead of them.
Okay. Like still in the air, or did you go back to the party?
It's a good question. I'll probably stay. I'll go back to the party.
Okay. You go back to the party. You never turn back into a person, right?
Nope. Still a bird.
So all the rest of you get is just squawk, squawk from Ernest.
Squawk!
And then with the the head tilts to move on, right? It's probably there's like a little island between here and the upper bank, and so the water isn't super it's not super deep here. Like it's probably like 2 or 3 feet, 2 or 3 deep at the most. You could probably just wade across if you wanted to, which you could all fly as well if you didn't want to get wet.
Yeah, nah, everybody just gets on my back.
I'll walk.
I'm still a bird.
Okay. Who are you taking first?
My good buddy Penley. Of course.
Yeah, I'm not taking any chances with the water. Too close to a
We
bridge.
talked about this. Yeah.
Ernest, you pick up Penley. Ernest picks you up. You both grapple together. You fly across Ernest. You drop Penley off. Fly back to pick someone else up. Dorian, are you helping with this at all, or is everyone else just wading across?
I'm waiting. Eli's sick of taking so long to get across the river.
Eli doesn't. Not worried about electricity and water or anything like that.
Everybody else should be worried about it.
Electricity.
Alas is made of lightning. I don't know if that's true or not. Penley, make a perception check for me.
Practically.
Yeah, absolutely. A perception check is a thing I can do. Theoretically.
Give me a perception check.
My freaking dice won't come out of the. Oh, I just threw it on the dog. Everything's going so wrong. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
12?
12?
Yeah.
12 is not bad. 12 is not bad.
I'll
But
take
it-
it.
But it does fit.
Fair enough.
So, Penley, as Ernest drops you off, he flies back to go get someone else. Penley, you're just standing there, looking back, maybe at the party, looking at everything else, and from the dark wood behind you, unbeknownst to you, everyone else would see 3 large figures hulking out of the woods in a stalking fashion. These large panther-like creatures had these tentacles that come off their backs that whip back around, and they begin sprinting at you, Penley, as you are surprised by these creatures. All the rest of you are surprised too, but Penley's the only one on the other side of the river. We need to roll initiative real quick.
Awesome.
This is not the fight I thought was gonna start here.
Oh dear. Okay.
Penley, there's a thing. Oh,
That's a 21 for me.
Huh?
Let's go ahead and... Let's go ahead and-
16.
Oh, a natty.
16. No, let's not use that one. Let's go back to this. We'll use this map.
Yeah, let's go. Where's the river?
Right. Here's the river. On this one.
I've been lied to.
You know what? You're right. We're gonna have to use theory of the mind. You guys gonna be cool with that?
Yes.
All right, awesome.
Okay.
Perfect. We don't usually do, but I thought I made a map from this, but I guess I did. I must. So, for those of you that are familiar, these displacer beasts are coming out and going to murder our dear Pen here. Let me get initiative rolls for all of you in 3 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
25 to 20.
21.
I got a
20.
natural 20 for a 22.
28.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck, Dorian.
I rolled an 18. plus
Hell
10.
yeah.
Dorian saw a cat as a bird and said, "Nah, I gotta fuck this Tuesday up."
Okay. Pendley, what'd you get?
4.
4?
Yeah.
And Ardeen?
16.
16.
Poor baby.
Pin rolled a 4. He's paralyzed with fear.
He's
No, I
dead.
didn't see him.
He's paralyzed with dead.
Pendley did some shit. And the
They
rest
start taking out weapons and they're like, "What are you doing?"
No, all of you are surprised. So Pendley's the only one in real danger. All of you are surprised, including Drompery. So let me. We need some battle music here. Is that an end battle button? Let's go. Turn that down maybe a little bit. Maybe up. Too loud. Down. All right. So, top of the round, Dorian. It's your turn. You're surprised. That ends your turn.
I've been surprised.
You are surprised, but you're no longer surprised. Shout out. The first of these creatures is then going to make its way. It's the fastest. It's the quickest. It's the only one that can get to you on this turn, Pendley. And as you're sitting there, and as you're waiting for your friends, I don't know, maybe giving them a casual wave, like everything's gonna be just hunky dory over here. Pendley, this creature gets to you, and then it will make 2 attacks to you, and you feel these whips coming at you. Does a natural 1 hit? No, wait, you're surprised. It's advantage. It does a 13 hit.
No.
Perfect. Does a natural 20 hit?
There it is.
It does.
Perfect.
Checking real quick to see if I have any good old reactions, because I am a monk.
It's not a ranged attack. It's a melee attack.
Yeah, because I just like missiles. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I don't think I have anything actively that I. So yes, the natural 20 will hit.
Perfect.
But the other one doesn't.
The other one doesn't. The first attack does a total of 9 points of damage. As the first of these tentacles comes across and gets you across the tummy, but there's armor there and stuff there, and you're cool. It doesn't even hurt a little bit. The next one gets you on the shoulder. It latches on, it pulls back, and you can see there's like these little pieces of blood where it's grabbed your shoulder and ripped back. You're turned around and you see all 3 of these creatures now. The other 2 that were further back that are following this alpha leader are running towards you too, and they're now in distance where they could get to you after they use their dashes. Everyone else in this line is also surprised. That in their turn, and brings back around, top of the round, back to Dorian.
And where were we in relation to these creatures?
You are currently on the other side on the island. You are at least 50 feet away from the upper bank. So you would need to cross the river to get to where Pendley is, where Pendley's being hounded by these displacer beasts.
Can we get the other map back up on the stream?
You
On
know
the
what?
stream?
Also,
I don't have a map for this.
Oh, well, they're still showing the little rock place here.
Yeah. That's the only one I got.
if you don't mind, before we get too far, I do have one reaction.
Okay. All right.
Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke is great.
So I am a tiefling.
Does a 14 save?
Meets it, beats it, right? Because it is.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, it does.
Still half damage.
Which means it's half damage. So 1d10.
Should be 3d10
Oh,
at this level.
Yep. No, it's 2 on a failed save, half as much on a. Why is it just? Yeah. Okay. Cool. There we go. Sorry, I had to get another die. Oh,
I'm
not
over
bad,
here
not
with
bad.
everybody
15.
else.
15.
Yeah.
It's not 15 damage? Halved?
Halved though, so.
Halved. Okay, cool.
2d10 on a failed save, so we're at 7.
Yeah. Okay. So 7 damage to this beast. Okay, cool.
Oh my goodness. I just started sinking into my green screen for a moment there. That was
Soft.
terrifying. Oh god.
Oh, no.
I unfortunately don't think I have a map for this, but that's going to be okay. So all that I've really got is these rocks in this bad area. Okay, cool.
Heck yeah.
7 damage to this creature.
So
All right.
basically, Penley is pulled backward and is just like, ow!
Remember, you can give us luck and bless the party and curse the
You can. These are all things that no one should do ever. I wouldn't recommend it.
Is this where we're gonna use that bless?
Maybe.
Holdover bless.
We'll find out. Dorian, 50 feet
I'm
from
keeping track.
You're
50
50 feet from the nearest displacer beast, which is across the water. All of your friends are here, including Ernest, who's an eagle, Trompri, Alesta, and Ardeen.
I'm halfway in the water.
You're halfway in the water.
Alesta's halfway through.
I'll probably grab Ardeen and start to carry her over.
Okay, I'm in the air again.
Okay. So that's gonna pick up Ardeen or
Pick
move
up
to
Ardeen.
Ardeen. Pick her up. How much movement do you have?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay. So picking someone up and then grappling them is an action, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can do that, and then you can begin to move. You won't quite get there. You're going to be very close depending on where Ardeen is. So give me an athletics check real quick to see if you can get all the way across. Otherwise, you're going to be mid-flight when you end your turn.
What did you want?
Athletics.
Athletics. The lowest I can roll is a 19.
That's pretty good.
23.
23. So with everything, bonus action, movement, you're able to grab Ardeen, and then you're able to wing yourself across the water. It's almost like a jet where you go across and the air things come up. You get all the way over there, and you hit the other bank with Ardeen. Ardeen, your feet hit as you start running across. As you both get to the other side, but just to the other side of the bank. Not end your turn.
Barely made it.
That was bring us back to the first displacer beast, who is going to then move around you, Pendley, and run towards Ardeen. You can take an opportunity attack if you wanted to, but you've already used your reaction. So it's going to run past you over to where Dorian and Ardeen are, and it's going to hit both of you, taking a protective look. Dorian does a 11 hit.
No.
Ardeen
Please.
does a 24 hit.
Oh,
3.
That would have even hit.
Takes 7 points of bludgeoning damage as well. Oh wait, there's another one on this. Sorry, I lied. You take 9 points of total damage, bludgeoning and piercing.
Okay.
I know, it's great.
Cool.
As this creature moves up to you and gets into your face, Dorian, it misses you, but gets you, Ardeen. That'll end its turn. Alista.
okay. So I see shit going down. I guess since everybody else 50 feet, I'm like 30 feet away.
Yeah, you're moving forward. If you use your movement, you'll get to the other bank and be within melee range of the first displacer beast, unless you want to be somewhere else.
I don't want to be there.
Okay. How far away do you want to be from it? Like, you take an angle, cut across. You can probably just get maybe 15, 20 feet easy.
I wasn't trying to get close to them at all.
You're going to stay right there.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
That seems like a terrible idea to get in closer.
You be in the water if you want, it's fine.
I don't like the way you said that.
I know.
Eli might actually back up to the bank now that you said that.
The island?
Yeah.
The other grass?
That because it's only 50 feet away, so she can still do stuff from there.
Eli was confidently walking across. 3 displacer beasts came out. Confidently walks back.
Backsteps a little bit. She's like,
Yeah.
"This is where I'm most comfortable in combat, so here's where I'm gonna do my work." And she reaches across and drags in this like lightning kind of drags across her fingertips as she does. She's gonna push out forward, and on the other side of the bank, the whole water, like in between, just like frosts and gets blown away. On the other side of the bank, next to this first displacer beast, a lightning dragon spirit is gonna appear next to it.
A what?
A lightning dragon spirit. His name is Raiju.
Okay, Raiju appears. Now I understand. What are you doing?
Yeah. She is summoning a draconic spirit.
6th level spell, summon draconic spirit.
5th.
5th level spell.
Yes.
That's frightening presence, right?
No, it does not, actually.
It doesn't do that when it first appears. All creatures within a certain rhythm. Am I crazy?
You might be thinking of a different spell.
Summon draconic spirit.
Says it's an ally, takes its turn immediately after me, obeys my commands.
Okay.
It has a stat block.
Alright, cool. So, what does it look like? Max? What does this look like?
So, basically, it looks like, because it's a draconic spirit, it's not actually a dragon. It comes out of this lightning tear through the air, and it comes out basically like the skeletal structure of a dragon, but wreathed in electricity, and it just comes out roaring. And it bears down on this displacer beast.
Nice. It is a vicious creature. What is it doing with its turn as it takes its turn now?
Eli yells at it to kill those creatures, the displacer beasts. However she would say that in Primordial. Basically sounds like thunder cracks as she talks.
Yeah.
Or the imitation of it. And it's going to take a multi-attack against that particular creature. And it's going to use its breath weapon.
It can do one. It can take 2 attacks or the breath weapon, not both.
It says and.
Where?
On the stat block it says multi-attack. The dragon makes a number of
Fucking
rend
does.
attacks equal to my thing. Yeah,
Does,
then
doesn't
uses
it?
his breath
Okay.
weapon.
Okay, dope.
The other 2 aren't near here, are they?
Okay, cool. Do you want to roll its dex, or do you want me to?
I can do it.
Go for it.
Because I know the modifier, so it's... Okay. It's gonna take 2 attacks. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Roll! Okay, does a
So you make
17 hit.
So you make this with disadvantage because the displacer beast is vibrating. You can't really see where it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
wild.
that's the fun part about displacer beast. There's kind of like 2 of them everywhere. So
Does
as
a
the
17
dragon,
hit?
17 does hit, I think.
Okay, cool.
So as the dragon, as this illusionary dragon's looking down at the displacer beast, it's kind of literally between 3 places, all moving all around Ardeen and Dorian here. But the big claw is just big enough it manages to hit. The first attack hits.
Cool. Let me see how much dabblage that does.
Should be D4 plus 9. Or D6 plus 9.
Yes. That would be... D6 plus 9, that'll be 11 points of lightning damage.
Nice. Second attack.
Second attack. Da-da-dow. Bow.
I see we got another bless in the shop.
That'll be a 23 to hit.
23 also hits.
Cool. It'll do an additional...
To get another bless.
Pow.
Yeah, somebody roll the bless.
That'll be 12 points of lightning damage as well.
I think
more.
I did a bless trying to figure out the command for bless, and then so that one doesn't count.
Okay, we need a D10 for whoever rolled that.
Do you know the command?
Yeah, I figured it out, which means I redempt a bless on accident because I can't.
yeah, we were
Somebody
just trying
actually
to
did it?
figure out what the
Do
command
it.
was.
Yeah.
Well, somebody did redeem one?
No,
No, not yet.
No.
Okay, cool. I will
Right.
continue as going.
Alright, cool.
It's
Failed the breath attack.
it failed.
It failed the dex save.
Excellent. Of course, it's doing lightning damage with this because of my choice. So Daniel,
Mm-hmm.
does this count as my spells doing damage? Because I have a feat for this.
It is your spell doing the damage. Yeah. The illusionary
Okay, so I
dragon
need to
is yours.
reroll one of those. Bam. Oh, wait, I have to reroll it again because it's still a 1.
Alright, McBluff has attempted to do a bless, and so we will honor Reyna's at this time.
There we go.
If Mac, if you want to go ahead and roll us a D10
Oh, it's a 2.
and let us know what it is. What'd you get, Elasta?
Okay, so it would be the breath weapon is, it's a breath weapon. It's going to do a total of 8 points of lightning damage.
8 points.
As it exhales this across this thing.
As it hits the Displacer Beast, it looks like there are 3 of these creatures, and as the breath weapon hits it, one of them just shocks out of existence. Doesn't do as much damage as you think it should, but one of the Displacer Beasts disappears. And as this happens, it turns its attention from Ardeen and Dorian toward the dragon. And when it does so, its whole head turns, it begins to move, and you can see it has like 6 legs. It's not just a normal, quadruped or whatever, or for the creature. I don't know the right word, but turns and then gives some sort of signal to the other 2, gives it quick eyes, and looks back at the dragon. That'll end your turn or bonus action.
Nothing yet. Nothing on the bonus action. I'll go ahead and end it there.
Perfect. Ernest, you're on the far side of the island. You have not crossed over the water yet. No one is there to carry you. Ardeen is across. Dorian is across. Elista is backed up on the island with you. You're standing there with trumpery.
The blessing has hit for a 4.
What does that mean?
That is a blessing of Melianora. The goddess of lesbians lends you her vitality. The party gets 10 temp HP.
10
Let's
HP
go.
for
The
everyone.
goddess of lesbians?
That's what I heard. Don't-
Yeah.
Goddess of lesbians.
The sister.
What was said was said.
Okay, Ernest, what you doing?
I'm gonna fly over, and I'm going to attempt to claw this Displacer Beast eyes out.
With the speed that you have as a bird, you can get any of the Displacer Beasts. There's one that's been damaged and 2 that are unharmed. The 2 that are unharmed are surrounding Pendley.
Yeah, but Pen's pretty well, yeah, I think I should go after the one that's already been damaged. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, you're gonna hit the big one that's already been damaged.
Yes.
Got it. Go ahead and roll one to hit. Disadvantage on these attacks
Disadvantage, why?
because it's moving. It's an illusionary beast.
I don't like that word, disadvantage.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So glad I just accidentally rolled that die that I just rolled on D20 because it was very low.
What is the plus to hit on this thing? I don't even see blah 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 blah. Oh, talents, there it is. Plus 3 to hit. Okay, great. Let's go D20. That's a 14. 17 was my lowest.
17
Yeah.
is your lowest with disadvantage.
Yeah, I rolled a 14 and a 16, and I get plus 3.
My goodness. Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Awesome. Do I get 2 attacks?
Giant Eagle? I don't think so.
Nah, I'm a giant owl.
He lied to us.
Oh shit.
What the fuck?
He's a what? He's a what?
Yeah, nah, it looks like I only get 1 attack though. Either way. So yeah, that's 2d6 plus 1.
Did not see that coming.
That's 6 points of damage to the one that's already been hit.
Perfect. He's starting to look a little rough.
I hope so.
Starting to look a little rough. Ernest, with your flying all the way across, getting to where you want to be, does your eagle have bonus action for anything?
Fresh. How much? My question is, how much movement did it take me to get across? I got 60 feet of fly speed. All of it? It's 60 feet? Really?
Normally you'd have to dash, but you're so fast, you can get all the way in.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Then I guess I'm done.
All right, cool. All right, so you get across now. You're currently engaged with this creature,
Yep.
Andorian and Ardeen, and there's a dragon beside you. No big deal. Elista does this kind of stuff all the time, right?
Sure.
Who's to really say? Both of the creatures beside Penley get to go before Penley does. Penley, both of these creatures run past you, following the command of their other one, who is now focused on the dragon. They want to. These creatures see all of you as prey, and they see that as a threat. So they're going.
Intention.
They go past you, and they both make all their attacks against this dragon. I'm gonna do it in the forge because that might be quicker. I think I didn't close out the forge, but forge was go crazy for me. Those are D10s. Those aren't these. What's the AC of this creature?
The AC is a 19.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3 of these attacks hit, one of them misses.
Okay.
The creature takes 40 points of bludgeoning and piercing damage. So, as these things surround, as they run past you, Penley, and they come back around, one of them comes around the backside, so they're flanking this creature and coming up. You can see one of them runs up this dragon, or tries to, passes through the illusion, right? It's illusory dragon, realizes what's going on, and then just whips out like crazy, and you guys can see from the inside these X patterns with these tentacles slicing this dragon up from the inside. The other one goes across, same kind of deal. Tries to wrap around the legs, pulls one of out. You guys actually see the dragon pull out and almost fall to one knee as it takes 40 points of damage from these two displacer beasts. How's the dragon looking?
Not great.
Not great.
No.
As they come around Penley. So that will end their turn, and they seem incredibly engaged with this dragon. Penley, you saw this happen. You look around. You can see two displacer beasts engaged with the dragon. One engaged with its very hurt, engaged with Ernest, Ardeen, and Dorian. What do you do?
Question for Elista. Where is this dragon? Is this dragon in water? Is this dragon on land?
It was on land. It's next to all the displacer beasts.
Both the dragon and the Dorian fight are probably about 15 feet apart from where the dragon fight ends and the other fight begins. You could get to either. With your speed, you could probably get to both, depending on what you want to do.
How's the dragon looking?
Oh, rough. Unless it gets 10th HP, but I don't think it does.
It does not.
Yeah.
Not a creature.
Okay.
Doesn't count.
It's okay. I still love him.
Penley.
It is corporeal, though.
Very injured. Fighting them. Yeah, it's gonna go toward the dragon displacer beast showdown, but as far back as he feels like he can, and grab the ball and say grace.
So you're going to grab the ball,
Oh yeah.
and you're holding the ball.
Yes, he is. He's
Okay.
not the brightest spark.
Penley's got the ball.
But
And
he's
so-
within. So when I say he gets as close as he feels like he should be, ideally that means he's within range of the
So-
illusory dragon and the two.
So
displacer
both
beasts.
illusory dragon, both displacer beasts, not everyone else, right?
Yeah, that's
Perfect.
the goal.
Perfect. The second you say grace, the ball falls, and everything there is going to make a wisdom save, including
Henry.
including Penley, of course Penley, but also the dragon, also the both displacer beasts. Elista, will you roll for the dragon? Wisdom
Sure.
save 20.
Well,
I
sorry,
got
dragon.
a
I guess you're restrained.
non-natural 20.
Dirty 20 for one of the displacer beasts too.
Oh no!
So Penley, you resist. You like this is your rock. You know
This is
it.
my rock. No one else can have it.
Yeah, like you know how it works. As you say the word, it drops from your hand, slams in the ground. One of the displacer beasts also hits the ground. It hits the ground the way a dog lies on a porch, just on its side, legs out, completely stuck, meowing. The other one rolled a natural 19 plus 1, and is probably stuck for a grand amount of time. What happened to the dragon?
It got a 15.
This dragon's, as it does, the power of the Honest Seraph crushes this dragon, and it flattens out all the way to the point where, what kind of, it's made of like lightning, right?
Yeah, it looks like a dragon skeleton, but lightning instead.
Dragon skeleton. All of the bones almost unnaturally stick to the ground. You know that scene in Doctor Strange where the bad guy gets caught by the body cage? You know?
Yeah.
And it like gets his arms to stick like this, right? That whole dragon is stuck to the ground. Exactly like that. Restrained and exempt from transmutation magic for the time being. That's just you just said a word, so you still have an action and movement and all those other things.
Yes.
It probably should.
I-
Hold up, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
It probably shouldn't
That's
be
okay.
free. Let's call it a bonus action. Is that okay? To use the.
Yeah, I'm perfect.
It's called a bonus
yeah.
action. Still have an action. You can still move. You can still do all kinds of stuff.
I think that he is going to go attack the displacer beast that did not heal.
The one that's already hurt, right? Or the one that didn't fall.
The one that didn't fall.
Okay. So you go and you run up to the one who is very confused at what's happened. It's kind of looking around, but when it sees you, it knows enemy. It's facing you. You run up to it and.
Yep. Gonna go for it with. I just remembered that the flurry of blows is wrong on this sheet.
Yes. So you should be. Well, you don't have a bonus action anymore, but your 2 attacks
No.
should be d8s.
Right.
And then
We'll do that. Yeah, because I don't have that is the bonus.
it works.
Okay.
It's the same dice and modifier as your quarterstaff.
Yeah. Okay. Which is correct, I believe.
The quarterstaff is correct.
Right.
For those of you who weren't here last week, D&D Beyond's being super weird about Pendley, and we don't know why.
Yeah, my strike is like a standard strike for like a non-monk person, and it's concerning.
Yeah, no one knows exactly why, but the 2-handed quarterstaff with the D8 should max out for what you want to do. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Does a 19 hit?
It does.
Sweet. Okay, get the right. There we go. It's just okay. So. That's the 1d8, not the 1d6, right? Yeah.
Yes, 1d8.
Okay, cool. I did roll the right one then. 7.
7 points of damage. Boom. Alrighty. Coming over there, you've already restrained all these things over here. You come over, quick kick, elbow to the skull. I don't know, but
Yeah, just like boom, boom.
You hit him first attack. Do you have a second attack? Should.
I should.
Mhm.
I do.
Mhm.
Cool. I should, and then I scrolled. I do. Oh, nat 20.
Yeah.
Cannoli.
There we
Nice.
All right.
Very
That
nice.
is
Very
gonna
nice.
be- Do you, for a crit, do you double it or roll twice?
go. Either.
Okay.
Both are fine. I like to roll twice. Yeah, natural
15.
20. 15 damage. Oof. That hurts. That hurts. Now, this time, it feels like he got hit once and he went over to the left, saw his good friend laying there on the side, whimpering, and got sad, and then you punched him harder. And it just hurt. He's just back. Now he's just
I'm
hurt.
just mean.
No. Okay. So, that'll end your turn, Pendulum.
Yep, that's That's the whole 9 yards.
Perfect. And entering into the top of round 3. Dorian, you are currently engaged with a displaced beast. Ardeen is right beside you. Ardeen, you didn't go. What'd you roll for initiative?
Whoops. Sorry. 16.
16?
Yeah.
Go now,
Okay.
and then
Go in a moment.
go right now, and then you'll go after Alista. Because what'd you roll, Alista? Initiative. Like 19, right?
Me too.
22? Yeah. So you go before Ernest, but after Alista. But go ahead and take a turn now. That's my fault.
Okay, cool. I was just caught up. Is there currently a displacer beast near Adrene?
Yes, there's one right in front of you. He just tried to hit you and failed. Or no, he did hit you. But he tried to hit Dorian and failed, hit you. But there's one right in front of you. You can see this creature standing on its 6 legs. It's probably about 5 feet tall. Huge fangs, tentacles out. Bad mofo.
Excellent. It's taken one attack at least. That's a 23 and a 12.
The 23 does hit. The 12 misses.
Shoot. No, just one.
Damn.
Oh. I can't do anything. It's just 3 points of piercing damage.
3?
3.
What did you hit it with?
A
It was
stick.
my Ikula.
Ikula?
You're what?
Ikula, it's a weird spear.
You only have
A weird
you have
spear.
+2 on your damage.
It's a +1.
Well, +1, but our date has a -1 strength.
Wait, why are you using a
I
spear?
don't have a -1. Okay, never mind. I might as well just hit it.
No, you did the right thing. That's the best option. But look, for those of you that don't know,
She's
Raina
not a fighter.
is perfect in every way and has no flaws. So, 3 damage to this creature.
All right.
Perfect. So, you still have a bonus action, which is great for inspiration.
Wait, no,
you
the
got
bonus
spell.
is the Polar Master, which is the bonus attack.
Oh, so you hit him with the backside?
I tried.
Try to. Okay.
Adrena is not. She's doing her best. She gave it a paper cut.
It did great. It's looking pretty. It's looking pretty sad. It's now
least you
official.
hit it.
You did hit it. Could have done
Like
nothing.
it felt bad, and she was just like, I'm gonna poke you. Yeah, take that.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
don't worry. You're gonna probably go. You're gonna get to go again in just a second. So, Dorian.
Cool.
Well, now I see why it missed me as I look up to it. And I will pull a small rapier off my back, and I will just try and stab upwards into.
Cha!
Yeah. Hopefully I can reach it.
Give me an attack roll, Bardy boy. You're a rogue person. You got a bard next to you, and you get sneak attack.
Oh, that's your class. I had no idea.
Unless
Yeah. I
You have-
distracted it with my poke. Get in there.
you do have disadvantage on the attack, but you also have an ally within 5 feet, so that supersedes the disadvantage. Go ahead.
Cool. I rolled a 15.
15 hits, no problem.
15 hits.
15 plus sneak attack plus all the fun stuff. Ooh.
Ooh. Those dice. What was my sneak attack at this point in life?
Should be pretty good.
I don't even see it. I don't have sneak attack. It's gone forever. There it is.
Whenever you're ready, James.
That is going to be 38 points of damage.
Okay.
Nice.
What does this look like? As we're single digits on this creature. This creature's very upset. Very upset. What does this look like, Dorian?
Basically, I'm taking advantage of our dean. When they smacked it in the head, they lowered its head just enough for me to get right underneath the neck.
Right in there. And as you take the rapier and it goes clean through. It's like you missed the muscle and you missed you missed the muscle, you missed the bones, you missed everything that would hold you back, and you went straight through arteries and just the worst part of it. You just went through there, ripped down, and now there's blood pouring all over you. It's horrifying. As this creature is near death at this point. Like I said, single digits. Bonus action.
Bonus action. Can I use one of my psychic blades since I have a free hand and go for his leg?
You can always 2-weapon fight, and so if you have the blades, you should be able to. So you go ahead and roll to hit. Should you get your proficiency for this? Did you take the feat? 2-weapon fighting or whatever?
I have 2-weapon fighting here.
You have 2-weapon fighting. There's a feat too.
I do not have the feat.
So just roll your dagger attack like normal, and it'll be a D4, but you don't get the damage bonus.
12.
12 misses.
Like garbage.
12 misses.
We try.
You're standing under his head. You stab him through the neck, and as you're doing that, you take the knife and you slice at his leg. It's too far away. The distance from his head to his front leg is too far away for you to hit. You just miss. And that will end your turn, unless you want to move or fly.
Or fly.
Yeah, you can fly if you want to.
You can fly if you want to.
You can't leave your
Can't
friends
fly if I
behind. We
want.
need you.
Yeah, I won't leave you behind. I will stay right there.
Stay right there. You're standing there as living your best life all the way across. All right. This will actually bring it around to the creature who is nearly dead. Now, this is a creature, smart creature. It's brought here, by Jiro to help defend this area. It doesn't want to die though, so it's going to use its action to disengage, and then it's going to run a full 40 feet, and attempt to get into woods. But it's not quite far enough, and it's slow because it's been stabbed a bunch. So I want us all to recognize that there is a running displacer beast heading into the woods, but can't quite get out. So if we wanted to do something with that, you might be able to finish off this creature, but it is clearly running away to where it won't die. And as it does so, it's growling back at the fight, like turning its head, growling back in a different kind of more high-pitched sound than what any of you have heard currently. The other two displacer beasts react to that. Well, one of them does. The other one's pinned to the ground. Elista, you're on the far bank. You are 50, maybe 60 feet away from we'll say you are 60 feet away from your illusionary dragon, and everything else is beyond that. But everything else is within 60 feet of you.
Eli is going to first look at her dragon, who has been crumpled into a pile of bones on the ground, and be like, "My dragon!"
Sorry,
then-
Elista. I didn't know if it would happen to it because it's non-corporeal. And yes, Penley did say that word.
Non-comport.
She will proceed to. She'll walk forward first because she feels like this fight is getting wrapped up as we speak. And two of those creatures are together, right? Still.
One of those creatures is pinned to the ground like a sleeping old dog.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is frantically looking at the leader who ran away and his friend who's still stuck.
Okay. I'm gonna need the two that are together to make a dex save.
One on the ground automatically fails it. The one, because he's restrained.
Mm-hmm.
The one who's standing up rolled a 16.
That's a fail.
Both of them fail.
Eli reaches out her hand, and lightning starts to glow along her whole arm, and it kind of charges up. These dice are not wanting to fall down. Okay. It finally did. Okay. And an arc of lightning is going to fly out and pierce through both of them for a total of 19 lightning damage, which is terrible for 60 or 86, but, whatever.
It doesn't work as well as you thought.
Okay.
The attack doesn't in general, with the dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
I was wrong about the restrain thing. They don't auto fail. That's the next level up. His disadvantage, it also failed. So it is. You said it was how much?
It's a total of 19, which is
I have to
really disappointing.
I have to 9. Is it creatures you target, or does the illusionary dragon count as well?
With lightning bolt, it's just those two that are
third level lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Okay. In order, you're gonna need to use your movement for this because you're gonna need to line them up. We'll say that you can, just because it's all ambiguous. So that you can get both of them. The size of that dragon, with them both being on both sides, you cannot avoid the dragon if you're hitting both.
It's just a large creature.
Is he immune to lightning?
Well, he's resistant.
So give him a dex save and gets resistance.
Rick. Okay.
By dragon.
But he's pinned as well, so
He's pinned to ground, so he gets
He's
disadvantage
gonna
with the save.
Okay. His dex modifier is only a +2. Yeah, he's gonna fail. Take 19 lightning damage, halved to 9. 9? He's still alive.
Yeah, let's get
By
it.
1 hit point.
Perfect.
And
that's your movement and your action to cast the spell. You have a bonus action you want to do?
she'll command her dragon to finish off the one on the ground if it can.
It's gonna be tough. Right now, I don't know if it can even reach it. The way it's pinned to the ground like this. No, you get disadvantage.
It's restrained, yeah.
Yeah. You
But
get
attacks
disadvantage.
against it have advantage, right?
Right.
So that's a nothing, right?
Well,
They're both on the ground.
Everything's on the ground. So you can make your attacks. Go ahead and roll those.
Okay.
This feels a little weird since the magic item is holding them down. Do you think this dragon can attack? Because then that would mean the displaced beast couldn't attack either. What do you think?
I think it can attack.
They can both
And
attack.
they're on the ground, but it's just like.
Yeah, it's a little bit different kind of restraint. But yeah, we'll say you can. We'll say you can. So
Just.
yeah, so it's got disadvantage. It's got technically got double disadvantage. So just a straight roll. Just straight roll.
Yeah. So that'll be a 28 to hit
28
and
does hit
a natural 20 to hit.
on both attacks.
That's both of them, yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Which does 1d6 plus 9. For the first one, it'll be maximum damage, 15 lightning damage,
15 lightning damage. Okay.
and I'll double the dice on the next one for 17 lightning damage.
17 lightning damage. Perfect.
Can it breath weapon both of them?
I'm hesitant to say they can breath weapon at all because I don't think it can move its head in that way.
It just opens its jaw up like.
I don't think it can control where the breath weapon is going.
Okay.
So, but it was already facing the one that was down.
Mm-hmm.
So I think and then they both fell at the same time. So I think you could hit the one that was
It's
still
just attacking
down.
that one.
Yeah.
Okay, this works.
It's super rude, honestly. Super rude, honestly. But it can get that if it wants natural 20 on the save. So it takes no damage actually from this breath weapon. Yeah. Displaced beasts are fun. They get that roguey thing.
It had disadvantage?
But it has advantage. It has advantage and it gets disadvantage.
Oh,
So
it was a straight roll.
Yeah, straight roll. Same way you got straight roll.
bastards.
I know, it's
Okay,
crazy.
that's fine.
Yeah.
End of the dragon's turn, have it make a wisdom save for the marble.
Ah, yes. Can it stand? Probably not.
DC's 20.
That's a 9.
That'll fail. That brings around to Ardeen. Ardeen. The creature that was right in front of you that you hit for 3 damage with the backside of your spear has run away from you. It disengaged, so you couldn't opportunity attack, then it ran. It is heading off. It is clearly bleeding. There's an obvious blood trail where it is heading off into the woods. There's another creature looking down at the illusionary dragon and its friend. And then Pendley and all your friends seem relatively safe right now. What do you do?
Okay, so there's 1 or 2 left
There-
that we're worried about.
There's one that you...
One that's
you
running away.
One's running away that you should not be worried about. There's one that's standing up and then one that's laying down. One of them's
Okay.
trapped under magic. The other one is standing up.
It's the standing one looking feisty.
Give me an insight check.
Penley's fighting it,
But yeah, Pendley is actively fighting it.
Okay.
Feisty's it. It's definitely feisty. Doesn't want to die.
Okay, 18.
18. It's definitely, for sure, feisty. Pendley is fighting it. At this point, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. But the body language of this creature is such. It's like it looks like a cat that's trying to back away from things. It's got all of its hair staying on end. It's giving you fear signals with an 18.
All right, and how close are they?
To you,
Like,
about
if I could just get to them.
15. You can easily get there. No problem.
Okay, so Adrine's gonna just like rush up and use her her black cloaks to just like make herself very big, like a bird, just like.
Give me an intimidation check.
Let's just say, "Run, little kitty, run," and she's going to cast dissonant whispers.
Oh, Dissonant Whispers! Okay, great.
Yeah.
Wisdom save?
Yes.
That'll be 18 plus 1, 19.
Wow. Okay. So yes, it
That cat ain't
passes,
no way.
but it does take half damage.
It's gonna take half damage. As you run up, you are going to scare this creature, and all of the whispers go around.
Does it? It's 23. Does it round up or down?
Down. And then halved.
Down.
So 11.
Okay. So 11. Yes.
Yes, 11 points of damage. This is the one that is barely hurt. You come up, and as you get big and throw it wide like that, there's this moment where all these little spirit faces under your cloak appear for a moment. That this place should be sees him, and his eyes go huge, and he immediately starts to turn sideways as if about to run as well, but turning towards the dragon and his friend. That'll end your turn. Ernest, you're a bird. You're saying there's a displaced beast running away, very, very, very hurt. There's a dragon pinned to the ground. There's a displaced beast pinned to the ground, and then there's another one that Ardeen just
scared off, right?
tried to scare it off for sure.
Did it run?
It hasn't had a turn yet.
Okay.
No, it passed.
Knowing how well, I'm assuming that it's gonna run away because Ernest is good with animals and stuff.
If Ernest was good with the animals, then he would know. Like this creature doesn't. It's showing animal signs that look like it's going to run.
Yeah. I was getting that too. And then the other one's pinned to the ground with the grace, right?
Currently, yeah.
How's everybody else looking?
I'm wading across the water confidently.
How's Penn?
Yeah, Penn does not look in terrible shape. Penn is engaged with one of the beasts and seems to be doing all right.
Okay. Ardeen's fine. She's like making dig like a bear, right?
Yes.
Cool. And Dorian, you're cool, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's good?
I'm
Everybody
about
good?
to
Everybody
murder
good?
an
Everybody
animal.
good? Alright.
First I was on.
What's the one on the ground looking like? The one that's pinned down?
The one that's pinned down is really hurt. This dragon's been messing with him pretty hard.
I guess I'll go attack that one.
Go for it. Advantage. Or it's actually
Yeah.
disadvantage then advantage, so straight roll.
Yeah.
Y'all messed
That's
up.
a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 does succeed.
And he takes 7 or 8 points of damage. 1, 2. He takes. Oh, it's only +1. I'm bugging. 6 points of damage.
6 points damage. Perfect. You fly over and start pecking out this creature's eyes. It looks very hurt. He's got huge.
Well, it's his
claws.
talons. He's like.
You're adding scratches where this dragon has already scratched this creature. He's not looking good. It's still sitting there. This will bring us to the end your turn, Ernest. Brings us down to both of those displacer beasts that are currently fighting the dragon. The one that is on the ground is going to attack the illusionary dragon because it's murdering him. So you can see the tentacles come out, slap at this creature. Does a natural 20 hit?
I mean, it might.
It might. What about an 8?
It dissipates. It had 1 hit point left.
Okay, so the crit damage was 15 plus 6, 4. 19 damage total.
Unless the blessing goes to the dragon.
Do you want the dragon to get the blessing? That's for a player character. Illusionary dragons do not pick up. They didn't get the 10 bonus. So this displacer beast, which is getting beat down by this dragon, the tentacles come up, they wrap around the dragon's head, which just hit it with a breath weapon, and they just snap its neck off. It falls off, the head falls to the side, and the whole thing dissipates in like static electricity. And everybody's the hair on everyone's head just stands up all at once as all the electricity dissipates from this room. The creature laying there gives like a small smile, like a happiness. There's like something there. There's satisfaction in knowing that even if it dies, like it killed the dragon. Like there's something there. Like I did it. Like we win. We're winners here. It'll then make its wisdom save. It needs a 19 or a 20. 16. Wait. Yeah, 16. So 17 total. And as it tries to stand up, it just can't. It's stuck to the ground as hard as it can be. The other one, seeing the dragon dead, and seeing its friend stuck, is going to immediately sprint away from both you, Pendley, and RD, and run away. You guys can take attack of opportunities if you want, as it runs toward the other displacer beast on the ground. You do not have to, but you may.
No.
Ardene's like, "Wah! Run away! This is exactly what I wanted."
Yes! Success!
Dang. Yeah, I'm like
They are sad.
They're not sad. They tried to ambush and kill you.
Yeah.
Okay, but now they're hurt and they're sad.
They are lawful
They
evil
made
creatures.
mistakes.
It's the circle of life, okay?
They
This is how things work.
They've been on.
They
Everyone
tried
wanted
us,
me to
and
kill
they
them.
shouldn't have.
They shouldn't have made it a cat.
They didn't know there was a dragon in our party.
I'm
That was on
gonna
them.
take an attack of opportunity just because that's Penley's general. Like you came at us first.
It's true.
That's fair.
Let's see though. Does
Evil creatures attacked you first. Planned ambush. Like,
However, does
They
a
weren't
14
ready.
hit?
what is it?
Does a 14 hit?
14 does hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and now
Cool.
it is disadvantage since it's displacer stuff, but with disadvantage of 14 would hit.
Oh, let me roll again. Just to make sure. The second one was a nat 20, so I guess the 14 will.
14 still hits.
I'm really, you know what? Normally these dice don't like me, but I guess they like Pendley. All right. So that'll be a total of 6.
Total of 6?
Yeah.
All right. This guy this one is not taking as much damage as the others. Still looks okay, but you get a quick kick to the back leg. It's got like 6 of them, but you can see the knee buckle in a little bit. It hurts and it like gets a limp, but you can see as it's running away to its friend, it's only using 2 legs on the left side, 3 on the right, but it doesn't lose speed.
I did that.
It runs over and grabs its friend Displacer by the scruff and begins to drag this creature away. It's going to go ahead and make an athletics check to see if it does well. Rolls a natural 19. That would have been great on the wisdom save. Grabs it by the scruff and begins to pull it away at half speed. 20 feet away from you, Penley, away from you, Ardeen, away from where the dragon was, past Elista, probably about 20 feet. They get almost to the edge of the woods, and he actually pulls this creature almost outside of the marbles range. Doesn't quite get there, but he's pulling and pulling and pulling. And that'll end its turn as it's pulling its friend by the scruff away from all of you. That'll end its turn. That'll bring Sean to Pendley.
Woo! Alright, well, now we're the aggressor.
If we choose to, they will leave and everyone will be gone. We can end combat. But it's up to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think... Is this their first interaction with Displacer Beasts?
I don't know.
My question is, would Penley have any understanding of how intelligent they are?
I think it's pretty obvious that the creatures are behaving in a way that's above normal animal intelligence. It's above normal beast intelligence. That's very obvious. I think it'd be obvious to even Penley. So it's clearly above that. I would also say that it's very unlikely that Penley has encountered Displacer Beasts in the past because Penley is still alive. So because of that, probably has not run into them before. But it is clear they're not behaving in the same way that a wolf would or a pack of wolves would. They're
making
doing
an
things.
intelligent retreat. Alright, I'm not gonna have Penley go after them, but he is going to say to them in common and hope they understand, is just going to say, I'm not the kind of person to attack someone that's retreating, but if you come after us again, we're not gonna be so nice.
You give him the hyena yell from Lion King. Yeah, go back!
We'll kill you!
Yeah. You give him that old one. Is everyone else cool with that? Everyone cool with letting this Displacer Beast go?
Yep.
Anyone want to murder a defenseless cat?
No!
Don't do it.
Are you sure? Because Eli's definitely...
It's actually on the safety seat, so you can't. So, anyway.
It's on what?
The safety sheet. So, as the Displacer...
Oh, man, I wasn't there for that meeting.
You missed that one. So, with that, Pendley, that will end this combat and take it away.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
All right.
Can I see all 3 of them?
Yes.
I'm going to make a psychic link with them and give them the message that Pendley did.
Redo the second.
I'm going to make sure that they know if they come back, I will personally kill them.
Yikes.
Yeah, what he said, bitch.
Yeah.
That's exactly what just happened. But it was like, because like Doran's 6 inches tall.
Oh God, I've lost.
So, 3. The display should be skid away, and we're going to end combat there. Couple things happen. And I want to be respectful of time, so we're going to end it pretty quickly. Okay. So I'm actually just going to kind of tell you these things. So, as the Displacer Beast pulls his friend who is restrained, does not break the restraint from the marble. But as the creature is pulled outside the 30-foot range, it becomes unrestrained and begins to stand up, and then both of them run off together. So Penley, you would definitely notice outside of where you dropped that ball, 30 feet from that, it was able to get up and get away. So you're getting the sense it's an active effect.
And during this point, Penn would try to go back and get the ball.
Yeah, no problem. You can go over, redo grace, pick it up, no issues. No issues with that. Then, you notice there is I'm gonna do it real quick. I'm gonna pass out this loot, okay? Because I know we have to go to sleep and we have things like that. So, on the beach, after all this, and we're gonna do some reaction next time. But when you all look around, there seems to be on this beach, there appears to be some sort of area that is full of like adventuring gear. Like it's got some swords, some rudimentary ones, some weapons, some small things. But most importantly, there's a small little bag that has like a little easy drawstring, specially made. Inside, there are 3 stones. More specifically, there are 3 LURK stones, if you're familiar with those. And this was on kind of like it's like a flat sort of area. It's an altar, right? It's a place that you leave offerings. And there are various corpses and things like that, and some equipment and things like that on this area. But you find those 3 LURK stones on the offering table.
Nice.
This kind of looks like all the stuff that he had when I stole from him.
Oh.
So these are.
Maybe we
his
shouldn't
things.
steal it from him again. Yeah.
Well, he would probably come back for his things, so we at least have this connection.
Well, he's been here. And will probably come back. Right. Well, that's good.
The
Do you think those were his cats?
I mean, probably.
Would he be mad we beat up his cats?
Maybe.
We did
His
let
cat's
him live.
attached to us.
We were pretty fair.
Okay. Alright, I don't think we're in any worse shape.
if you look at the stones, they all have this symbol on them that I put on the street.
Oh.
Trumpery says, I think it'd be more bad they didn't kill us than that we hurt them. Right?
Fair
At the
enough.
very least, I mean, if he doesn't see reason, that's fine. Maybe he'll still be mad, but we can say, look, we just kind of smacked him around a little and told him not to eat us.
If you want, like, I could still talk to them if they're within a mile for the next 8 hours. I could just bug them for the next 8 hours.
Do you also get to know their location? Is that how that works?
I don't think I get to know their location. Let me
You
read
can just
it.
talk to them.
I can talk to them.
Okay. We'll figure that out in time.
Perhaps not. The little symbol kind of looks like you, like a little owl.
Just wait
Looks
until
like a
it's like
demon to me.
think they're taking a nap and just like
It's still
scream
a plan.
psychically in their head.
Same thing. Let's go ahead and end the session there. Very well done. We're gonna get out of here quick. Sorry, a little past time. I gotta drop the kid off at school in 6 hours. So, we're gonna go ahead out. Thank you everyone for being here with us. Shout out to Raina, CJ, James, Max, and Brandon for playing here with us and having a good time. I had a great time this evening. Looking forward to. I bet next episode will be the conclusion. We said 4 to 5 episodes. It seems like that's going to be it. I know that we are on the just right here of finding Jiro, and I think we can handle this. So join us here next week for some more Aroria Origins and possibly the finale episode. And then we'll be back here on Monday with Fate's End as well at 7:30 Central Standard Time. So we're gonna head out. I'm gonna send you guys on a raid somewhere as well. But you all have a fantastic evening. All right. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.